Okay, we're back, episode 34 of the Lonely Stoner podcast. I'm Seth.
And I'm Evan.
We're back again. Of course, you know how it is with us. Content's never stopping. Keep it out every day, dropping something for
Yeah,
the fans.
these podcast episodes they're going to be regular because we're going to be talking about shit that's happening. Making content out of it and uploading it. It's really as simple as that. We're going to keep going.
That's it, man. That's it. Um, immediately, what makes sense to talk about is UFC 318.
Yep, we had the weigh-ins just a few hours ago. I think everyone seemed to weigh in on point, and
Okay,
of course, there's no undisputed championship belt on the line, but there is the BMF title belt on the line. In Max
yeah,
Holloway versus Dustin Poirier, and you don't have to make championship weight for that. So, I think these guys, Holloway came in at 55, Poirier came in at 56, but yeah, neither
okay,
one made weight. It's really is one of those sort of top heavy cards where you're sort of just breezing through everything until the main event comes. But we can start with the main event. If it
yeah,
seems to make sense too. Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier trilogy fight. Of course,
yeah.
I think I read somewhere this is the trilogy that's taken the longest to finish. So between the first fight and the third fight, I think it's 13 years.
Yeah, wow.
Obviously, they were kids when they fought the first time. The second fight was what, about 5 years ago? I want to say
Maybe six, but yeah.
just 6 years ago. Was it just
I want to say
before
it's
COVID?
2019. Yeah, I want to say 2019 it was.
Yeah, it was just before COVID, I think. Right? Yeah. So 6 years. So a lot has changed even since their last fight has happened.
Of course.
So it's
Yeah.
three very different ways that you would look at this fight. So I guess I'll start off with like a little prediction here.
Yeah.
I'm going Max. I'm going Max for this. I think that
Yeah.
he looked really good against Gaethje when he was able to properly prepare for lightweight. He seems to be in even like better shape for this lightweight fight against Poirier. And I think
Yeah.
that Poirier has like still it looks very good, but progressively has looked ever so slightly worse in each of his fights.
Mm,
I think you can see that bit of age is getting to him. Whereas Holloway, even like I feel like Holloway will get knocked out the way he did by Poirier and sort of still come back the same sort of fighter. Obviously, you never truly know because it was the first time he got knocked out. But I have a feeling he's still fairly young. He's like 32 or 33, Max Holloway. So I think
say,
he's going to be
yeah.
able to. Because that was in October as well, that fight. So I think he's going to have recovered decently well. And I think he's going to come in ready to dog it out with Poirier. I think
Yeah, I
he'll win a
think
decision.
I tend to agree, to be fair. I think, like you said, obviously Max, he should have recovered from that KO, especially going up a weight class as well. That should help, typically in terms of punch resistance. And throughout history, we've sort of seen featherweights come up to lightweight and have some success. Obviously, I guess both guys are former featherweights in a way. Um, but I want to go with Max Holloway. Obviously, I think he's still got a lot of career left to go, and Dustin Poirier is really at the end. And I almost don't even like fighters sort of announcing this because it's announcing that this is going to be their last fight.
Announcing
Because
their retirement fight and then having
yeah,
it. You
yeah,
feel like he
it's a
kind of
bit
checked out already. He's like,
like
he
that would
knows he's
be
not going to
the
be fighting
obvious.
after this, so he's sort of
You know what I
coming to
mean?
have like a bit of a war, hopefully go out of a win, but he
Which I
knows
don't
that
mind.
like there is no necessary consequence to a win or a loss,
No,
and he can lose this fight and not lose any sort of legend status.
obviously, you know the way both guys fight. Poirier can take a shot, but we'll find out if Max can still take a shot. Um, obviously,
Poirier
he can.
hits. It's not like he's coming up and fighting like just a little volume puncher at lightweight. He's fighting a hard hitting
No.
motherfucker at lightweight.
Whereas Max Holloway is more of a volume puncher.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
But you got Poirier, who's getting older, getting slower naturally. That's just what it is. So, like, we'll talk about probably the heavyweight boxing, but at this point in your career, you can't be the best version of yourself. I don't care how well you
No,
take care of your body.
yeah,
I
especially
don't
when you've
care.
had the losses that he's had. It's like
Yeah,
after you've had the kind of losses you've had and you're this far into your career. Clearly on the back end, you're not going to be looking at your best.
yeah,
Although physically, both guys in the main event physically look probably as good as they ever have looked.
yeah. No,
So
Max is looking good.
I think this is going to be like a very high paced fight. But I think it's going to be more technical than it will be scrappy.
I don't
Because
know.
both these guys are very good.
They are both very good, but I think both guys are at a point where, especially for the BMF belt as well, they're just gonna go out there and
No, it's
just
gonna be
throw.
a war. It's gonna be a war.
Yeah. I think they're just gonna go for it, especially like it's Poirier's last fight, so he's got no reason to sort of try and leave anything.
Preserve himself, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like he knows, like once he has this fight,
This is it.
and I feel like it's one of them ones like I'm not doubting that he is actually retiring. Like I don't think he's gonna like if he goes and knocks out Max in the first, he's not gonna go, oh, I've changed my mind. Like give me a title fight. I think he's the type of guy to really follow through with this, especially the amount of build that this retirement has had.
It's true.
I don't think
That's
there is a
true.
real path to. Oh no, I've changed my mind. I'm not retiring just because I got a crazy win.
No, I hear it, but
It links back to what you said about how there's no, he shouldn't really, he should leave everything in there because there is no fight after this.
that's true. It's true, but you never know. The thing is that if he goes out there and not say somehow, because Poirier's got roots to victory here. Like it's not a one-sided Max Holloway's guaranteed to win this fight.
And we know that this is going to be a pure striking battle as well. This is not hitting the canvas.
Definitely, yeah. If Poirier wins, is he within his rights to ask for a title fight?
If he had not made the whole event about his retirement, then yes, because the reason why they've got this card in his hometown is because it's his retirement fight. So they've done
Yeah.
all of these sort of jumping through hoops that help him have the best retirement fight he possibly can have, and then for him to not
Yeah.
actually retire, I think it would just be a bit weird. So I think even if he gets like a crazy first round knockout, I think he will retire
Yeah,
and put
I hear
those
it.
gloves down.
Yeah.
I think it seems like he's very prepared to as well. Some of the interviews I've been watching, he's like, yeah, I'm going to be doing this and that after I have my retirement fight. I'm going to be getting on the TRT. I'm going to be placing bets. I'm going to be doing this. So like, it seems like mentally like he's in retirement. He's just going to have this fight and then that's it.
Which is good to hear still, because, like I said, that sort of solidifies it a bit more. Where you get guys in the past who sort of retired and said they don't really know what they're going to do. They're either going to maybe become a coach and still be in and around the sport, and a lot of these guys eventually end up coming back, and often for the wrong reason. I don't want to say for the wrong reasons, because all these guys fight for money at the end of the day. But
I think
when
a
you're
guy like Poirier,
past
who's
your athletic prime,
had so many fights and at the top level as well, main event in pay-per-views, surely
yeah,
money wise, like he has to be decent. Like, he has to be good enough to where he doesn't need to come back in 2 years for some mad retirement fight where he just gets knocked out.
hope so. Yeah, because like I said, he's been in enough main events, couple title fights as well, and like I said, he's been in the top 10 for a very long time, so he's been getting paid.
Yeah, you'd like to think so anyway.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to say like the last 5 years, you'd think that he's been getting paid the big boy bucks,
Yeah, definitely.
like millions.
Yeah, for some of these fights, yeah, definitely.
But then again, you look at your boy Usman getting 300k.
It's diabolical, bro.
No, but he did have he traded off upfront money for pay-per-view points, so I guess it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, and then that's sort of the contract he's in now. Yeah, I hear it. But still, man, come on.
No, it's not the best to see that, but no, I'm going with Holloway decision. I think it's going to be like either a close 4-2 or like a clear 3-2. That does sound like it might not make sense, but I feel like it's going to be like yeah, Holloway clearly won these 3 rounds and then Poirier won these 2, or I think it will be like they'll have like a round each that they clearly won, or 2 rounds each that they clearly won, and then there'll be like 1 round or 2 rounds that are just super close. But I'm going with Holloway here. I think he's got more reason to win. I think he's in the looks like he's in the best shape he's been, even though he's coming off probably the worst loss of his career.
Yeah.
It's going up a weight class, so like you said, that should help with his punch resistance and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm believing in Holloway right now. I don't think he's going to lose 2 in a row. I think he's going to come back.
Yeah, I hear it. There's a part of me that off rip when I see this fight, I'm like, yeah, I think Holloway's going to win this. But then taking the fact that Poirier can punch, Max is coming off a bad knockout, the first knockout, he's fighting someone who's going to be even bigger than Ilya was. I don't know actually, because Ilya was big for 145 in terms of weight. They're probably walking about a similar sort of
Weight
weight.
wise,
I
yeah, I think
reckon.
they're probably around the same. I'd imagine.
So if you're coming against two guys that are probably walking in there at 175 plus, both known for sort of their punching power, back to back, that's not a good look for Max Holloway. And you add in the fact that Poirier, like we said previously, he's got no reason to sort of hold anything back to
Yeah.
preserve himself. That being said,
Not.
technically
Yeah.
he's not as good of a boxer as an Ilia Topuria, and doesn't have that sort of power. But no, I want to go with Max though, because like I said, Max, just as much a Poirier is a veteran. Been there, done that, been through the 5 round wars before. Coming off a bad loss, but like you said, I'd struggle to see someone as good as Holloway lose back to back like that.
Yeah, and I don't think a guy like Holloway is just gonna fall off from one fight. I don't see a guy as skilled as him just having a bad knockout loss and then not being the same guy.
It happens though in this
Does
game. It
happen. Does
happens.
happen to guys as good as Holloway though.
We'll find out.
I guess it kind of happened to Anderson Silva, but
Yeah,
the man was supposedly on the juice.
got to man. Gotta love a needle, man.
But no,
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
just like we're both going with Holloway.
I'm gonna go with Holloway. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Co-main event: Paulo Costa versus Roman Kopylov. Roman Kopylov has like kind of been the face of like the 13 to unranked range of middleweights, like fighting the Michael
Okay.
Onisiuks in these sort of lower ranked, unranked middleweights, and he's fighting Paulo Costa now, who I feel like the last time I checked, he was still in like the top 8, and now he's like ranked number 13, and he's won one fight in the last 6 years. So
Yeah, I was
how
gonna
a
say
guy
like,
like Paulo Costa still even has a ranking spot next to his name is absurd.
yeah. Look, I
And he
was gonna
pulls
say
out
like,
so many fights. Like he's won one. He has one win in the last 6 years, and that was over Luke Rockhold.
wow.
So
Yeah.
I mean, how does I feel like when we ask the question of why do we not see more ranked matchups on these cards, he's one of the reasons why. Not the only reason, but he's one of the reasons. Either just not fighting
Yeah.
or losing or somehow getting fights continuously against top contenders. Like even recently, how did he get fights against Strickland and Robert Whittaker? Like how was he fighting guys who just had title fights or are former champs while he's not won in years? It's so
Yeah.
weird to me, like the kind of leverage he seems to have within the UFC. But this is a fight you
Yeah.
can't run away from. Roman Kopylov is a dangerous Russian striker. Has power in his legs and in his hands. Striker, applies pressure. So if Paulo Costa's not able to keep it slightly more defensive and be willing to outpoint, which he usually doesn't like to do, he tries to just
No,
go
that's
head first into his
yeah.
opponents. But if he tries to implement that sort of game plan, and he can win, but if he fights how he usually fights, I see him getting finished.
Finished. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know much about Kopylov? Have you seen him fight at all?
I don't know too much about him. I've heard some people talk about him. And like, I hear good things. From what I hear, he seems like quite a measured fighter. Quite good technically. In a lot of ways, sort of the opposite to Paulo Costa, where Paulo Costa's very wild and uses his physicality to win these fights. And if he can't win those fights, if he can't use his physicality, he's not winning those fights. And you've seen it against guys more technical than him, he loses. Is Roman Kopylov on that sort of level? I don't know. I've not really seen too many of his fights, but from the sounds of it, it sounds like he's on that level and should beat Paulo Costa.
Yeah, his last win, he finished Chris Curtis with a head kick. Obviously, he's
Oh,
down to
okay.
welterweight now, but
Yeah.
he's kind of like that ranking gatekeeper. Like you beat him, you know, you start building yourself up at
Has he been
middleweight.
around for a while then?
Not a long time, no. I want to say he joined the UFC. He's been in the UFC for maybe like 3 years,
Okay,
maybe
that's not bad. Yeah, okay.
3 years, something like that. Probably had a few fights, lost a couple, won a couple, but yeah.
That's
But
quite
he's
good
not
then.
really a
Yeah,
grappler. So when he comes into guys who can grapple a bit, that's when he has some sort of issues because he's not a grappler.
okay.
But Paulo Costa's not a grappler really, so
No.
there should be really a striking matchup, and I see Roman Kopylov having a success here.
Yeah, I would pick Kopylov for this as well, even though I don't know a great deal about him. But yeah,
Yeah, maybe you have to see a couple of things of him.
yeah, I have to still. I have to check him
Yeah, no,
out.
he's a pretty decent strike. He isn't no like surging contender or prospect or anything. He's just like a pretty
Yeah,
decent striker, like on the lower end of the middleweight division. It's more like it's not that like he's just an alright striker and that's why he doesn't beat certain guys. He just has clear weaknesses in his game, grappling wise, where you're just
right.
not going to get past a certain point with those sort of weaknesses. He is the
I hear
fighter.
it.
He is. He's entertaining. You know, I think if you watch
Okay.
that fight, it will likely be a fun one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going with
Okay.
Kopylov. I'm probably going to go with like a second round TKO. I think he'll find some nice body kicks on Costa, and maybe finish with one of those. But yeah, I'm going with
Hey.
him. The next one
Yeah.
up is your boy though, Kevin Holland.
Yeah.
You know he's
Man.
like such a massive favorite in this fight.
Really? I've never heard of the other guy.
He's like the other guy. Kevin Holland should be a favorite, right? The
Yeah.
amount of favorite he is. I mean, the guy he's fighting, Daniel Rodriguez, he's 19-5. He's on a 2-fight win streak. Not against anyone amazing, against Alex Morono and Santiago Ponzinibbio. And
Right.
before that, he was on a 3-fight losing streak where he lost to Kelvin Gastelum,
Damn.
Ian Machado, Gary, and Neil Magny. So when you look
Okay.
at the guys he's lost to and the guys he's able to beat, you kind of think that Kevin Holland should beat him, and he should. He should have a
Yeah.
speed advantage, a length advantage, power. He should have an advantage damn near everywhere the fight
Yeah.
goes, to be honest. So
Oh.
yeah, I'm going
So
with Kevin Holland. Like he could finish this fight by submission or by KO, but I'm gonna go with him getting like a decision, sort of coasting decision with this one.
Hope.
But I
My
know,
guy
like,
Kevin
yeah,
Holland.
you gotta go with your guy Kevin Holland as well.
Got to, bro. Beat
Yeah,
Jacare, beat Gunnar Nelson. Who can't he beat? Well, there's a lot of guys, but don't worry about that.
yeah. I don't know how much you know about the Dan Ige Patricio Pitbull matchup, but Dan Ige is like such a madman in his fights. They call him 50K
Yeah.
for a reason, and he's getting mad
Okay.
bonuses at featherweight. Just
Yeah.
going into mad fights. Like he loses to anyone who's pretty good, right? Like if you
Yeah.
look at his record, lost to Lerone Murphy, Diego Lopez, Bryce Mitchell, Movsar Evloev, Josh Emmett, Korean Zombie, Calvin Cater, and he came from the Contender Series. He's had quite a lot of fights already. Yeah, it's a lot of top
I was gonna
contenders. But
say
then
because
he beats the Nate Landwehr's, the Sean Woodson's, Andre Phillies, Gavin Tucker's, Edson Barbosas. He
right.
beats like the lower sort of guys at featherweight. A guy like Pitbull didn't look very good against Yair, did he? Was it Yair
didn't.
he fought? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he didn't. And that's the thing. If this was Pitbull's UFC debut, I would have been more inclined to pick him. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Because
because
of-
that was
because
like
of-
the first fight, right? Like,
Yeah.
obviously, Yair was quite a hard fight to get, so a lot of people were picking him. But if he'd have got this sort of fight on his debut, it would be a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
You're right.
I almost want to go with Dan Ige though, to be honest, because after that sort of performance from Pitbull against Yair, where he really didn't do much, you know, you almost start to question what has he got left in the tank. Now I know Yair's a high-level striker, especially with his style, is always very tricky. He's very hard to beat. I can appreciate that, but you look at the guys that's lost, look at the guys that have beaten Dan Ige. Do you think Pitbull's on that level at this point? Not in his prime, what he is now.
Like, I guess you're asking yourself, is he on the level of a Lerone Murphy, a Diego Lopez, or maybe even like a Bryce Mitchell, or definitely not an Evloev, probably not even a Josh Emmett.
That's what I'm saying.
So, yeah, in terms of competition, I don't think he's necessarily as bad as the guys that Dan Ige is able to beat, though, which I think is quite an interesting fight. And in terms of stature as well, Dan Ige matches up more equally to Pitbull as well. Because Yair Rodriguez is probably, around
Yes.
6 foot with
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
decent reach. Dan Ige is like probably 5'8", 5'7".
Yeah,
More
yeah.
of a stocky, powerful guy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they might make it even a bit of a harder fight because Dan Ige will be pressuring and looking to go to war.
Yeah, and to be fair, Pitbull needs to be doing the same thing because that's his style.
Yeah, and
well.
especially like I feel like this point in his career in the UFC, he shouldn't be looking to be this like untouchable perfectionist like sort of guy. He needs to sort of do what Michael Chandler did, where like you might lose, but just put on a show and like get rated by the fans and make money.
Yeah. Oh, for real.
At this point, yeah, man's 38. You know, he's not going on no title run at featherweight.
No.
He should just be looking to go to war really, because we know he has some power. Like he knocked
Yeah, I
out
mean,
Michael Chandler, right?
he did, yeah, and that's really his style. Like he's pretty much a boxer with good takedown defense and good offensive grappling, right? That's pretty much what he is. That's what he's been his entire career. That's what Pitbull is, right? So he just has to fight to his strengths to have the best chance at winning. Like there'll be guys like a Yair that will always beat a Pitbull. Because in terms of his striking, he's too technical, and his wrestling isn't good enough to.
Especially in a 3-round fight as well, he's going to nick those rounds, and it's just going to be, elementary for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, a guy like Pitbull, like you said, he kind of does need to sort of just rely on his power a bit more and try to go to war with these guys. You know, like if he can knock out a guy like Dan Ige, it's like, all right, well his debut might not have been great, but it was a tough matchup, this and that.
Yeah.
Probably will get like another top 6, top 7 ranked opponent if he was able to knock out Dan Ige. So he shouldn't be looking to like outside fight, jab, leg kick, win a 3-round decision. He should be looking to go in there and knock a man out.
What he should do is he should beat Dan Ige, who's ranked number 14.
Yeah, around there, I think.
And then call for a title shot, innit?
Yeah, no, and then say I'm not fighting anyone unless it's a title shot. or if it's unless it's top 5 and it gets me one fight away from a title shot. That's what you should do.
Yeah, that's probably what he will do.
That's what Kevin Holland should do, innit? Beat like number 14 Daniel Rodriguez and then be like, yeah.
No, I don't think he's ranked, innit? I think Holland's the one who's ranked.
Holland's the one he's ranked. Oh, that's weird. I thought he'd be fighting up.
Bro, you've got to give Holland some layups, bro.
Fair enough. Yeah, get him on a 3-fight win streak, innit?
Facts. Have a main event of fight night, and there you go. Bob's your uncle.
No, there's a couple more fights I wanted to talk about quickly, even if you don't know too much about them. But you got your guy Michael the Menace Johnson fighting the main card of a pay-per-view in 2025.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Fighting this Daniel Zellhuber. This guy's like very young, up-and-coming prospect. I think he lost his last fight was on the Sphere, so it was a while ago.
Damn.
It was a war. Yeah, I got a fight tonight on the Sphere, and it was like a very close split decision. But he's kind of like your boy, what's his name? Who's that 6'6" guy in boxing?
Pandora.
Yeah, he's a little bit like that. Like he's just some like Latino don who's just bare lanky for his division.
Okay, rate that. And that's at 155.
Yeah, well, he's like well over 6 foot for like 6'2" or something at 155. Nice. Record of 15-2. He's not beat anybody. He's beat Lando Fanato. You might remember him, but
yeah.
But yeah, he lost his last one. It was a tough, like, close war, but he should be coming into this one looking to like make a statement for himself, because that fight was a while ago now, and people still kind of know who he is because of that fight. So he should definitely be coming in looking to like get his kicks off. Look to KO Michael Johnson, man. The guy's like 40 years old. His record is absolutely disgusting.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, man's been stopped enough times as well. Like,
the guy's nearly got as many losses as he has wins.
Damn.
Guy is 23-19, and this is the man that knocked out Dustin Poirier. Jesus Christ.
For real.
Jesus Christ. This man has wins over Tony Ferguson, Edson Barboza.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
No, I get guys like that in WMA though.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have guys like this in real life. 23-19 and on the main card of a UFC pay-per-view. Come on.
It shouldn't really be a pay-per-view still, but yeah.
Nah. To be fair, no card should be a pay-per-view really. It's such an outdated model.
It's true.
But I think it must be working for them if they still got it, but you have to assume that whoever they make a deal with next, they're going to scrap it.
Yeah.
Especially how these days they have no pay-per-view selling stars.
Exactly, yeah. Or like, who would they even have? Like, they used to have O'Malley, but O'Malley's back-to-back losses now.
I mean, what, maybe Taporia,
Yeah,
Aspinall,
yeah.
Pereira.
There's a few guys.
There's a couple, but like even then, like I don't think even like a guy like Pereira is going to be selling 700,000 pay-per-view buys.
Nah, nah,
Let
he's not.
alone the easy million pay-per-view buys that John Jones would bring you, the easy 2 million that Conor would bring you.
Yeah.
The easy 1 million, 1.5 million Ronda Rousey would have brought you. These fighters don't really exist anymore. And you got to think
Facts.
it's got to be because of that, and also because the pay-per-view model is so outdated. A lot of people are
Yeah.
illegal streaming or not bothering to spend nearly $100 on a
It's
pay-per-view.
nuts. Nuts.
But yeah, no, like you said, this shouldn't even really be a pay-per-view. This is like a strong fight night card.
For real. Yeah.
Like, obviously, the main event would be like, you won't ever see no fight night main event as good as this one these days. You used to get title fights on fight nights, but
Oh, I'm telling you, man.
like they'd put the flyweight title on fight night. They had like the lightweight title on fight night, like RDA.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
It was on
it's
like
the
a
way
FS
it's
Bond
going.
card, isn't it?
Yeah, Fox on Sports.
Yeah. Those were the days, innit?
Those were the days. But yeah, no, I'm going with Daniel Zellhuber against Michael Johnson. I think he's going to use his range. I think he'll get a knockout. I think he'll finish him. Michael Johnson, get this dusty ass Donny out of the sport.
Bro. No, this must be one of his last fights, though.
Dusty
Like, he
ass
can't,
motherfucker.
can't keep getting away with this, innit?
This guy is such a weirdo as well. Like the way he was speaking to Justin Gaethje before their fight, man was like,
Oh,
"What did
yeah.
man say? What did man say? Did you father fuck your mother, or was it the other way round for you to be inbred?" I'm like,
Yeah, I
wow,
remember
man.
that. What the
You
fuck?
could have like had that buzz be so much cleaner, but nah, it's
Yeah, but
alright.
man's speed running CTE, so he's not worried about that.
Oh, it's calm. It's calm.
Yeah, he's
Even
not
though, to be
worried
fair,
about getting his
out
bars
of
on
his
point.
19 losses, he's only got 3 by knockouts. Fair enough.
That's not bad, to be fair.
It's not even that bad.
Yeah, see,
I
like
think
sometimes you
Anthony
see these.
Johnson probably had more Anthony Smith I think had more knockout losses in his last few fights. To be fair,
Oh, for real,
to
Lionheart,
Michael
isn't it?
Johnson. But I guess it's like man like Anthony Smith, like he goes out cold up in a ball, but Michael Johnson gets put out cold.
Yeah, facts.
I don't know what one I'd rather be, to be honest. Probably Anthony Smith.
What, curled up like a ball? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, innit?
No,
I
I
got the
also wanted
speed
to talk
run
about Kyler
CTE.
Phillips versus Vinicius Oliveira bantamweight matchup.
Okay.
Kyler Phillips is good. He might still be ranked. Yeah, he's number 12. Fighting Vinicius Oliveira is dangerous, man. He's helping bring back the Brazilian hype for these fighters. My man is
Okay.
dangerous. Definitely had a knockout or two that you've seen in a highlight reel somewhere. It's just some black Brazilian guy, but
Hey,
probably the most Brazilian name you'll ever hear as well, Vinicius
facts.
Oliveira.
No doubt.
Yeah, crazy. But bantamweight, super dangerous guy for bantamweight. I'm going with him getting the finish. Really like him. I really think he can do well in bantamweight because you don't see many guys of that sort of finishing. Like a guy like O'Malley, for example, coming through with the sort of finishing potential that he had.
Yeah.
It's just hard to fight those sort of guys at bantamweight when they can sort of get a finish like that at any point. But yeah, I'm going with him, and then also Marvin Vettori versus Brendan Allen. Somehow this has just been hidden away on the prelims, even though this is like low key one of the more exciting fights of the card. Did you hear about these guys' beef?
Uh, who's that? Brendan.
Vettori and
Yes,
Brendan
I did.
Allen.
Yeah. No, I did. Well, they were beefing in the casino, weren't they?
Yeah, they scrapped in the casino,
That's jokes.
and they didn't put them on a press conference last night.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I heard about this. That's. But the UFC, what they trying to not risk it or something?
Thing is, I'm thinking, even if that's the way you're looking at it, man, fuck it. Like
Yeah.
they had, I mean, it's nowhere near, but they had Khabib and Conor on stage at the same time.
Yeah.
Why can't you put these two on the stage and you have them chat shit and hype the fight a bit? But that would be too easy, innit? Be too easy to have them on the press conference and hyping up the fight.
But that's what's wrong with the UFC though, because they could have like crazy viral moments from that, but no.
Yeah, it's just clear that they want the UFC to be the star of the show, not the fighters.
That's why
I think
everyone turns to
that's the way
MPC,
it's
innit?
going. Yeah, we all find out Saturday night.
Yeah,
That's Holloway, isn't it?
yeah.
We all find out Saturday night.
Uh,
Yeah, it's just every interview question is just the exact same question worded in different ways, and every interview
what,
answer is the same answer worded in
for
different
real,
ways.
like, the questions are the same and the answers are the same. Like, what are they saying to my man? Like, this is your first fight in the UFC. Are you looking to make a statement? What's
So
wrong?
what do you want me to
Look,
say? Like, no, I'm
you know
not.
what
I'm
I
not
mean?
looking to
Like,
make a
yeah,
statement. Still,
nah,
I'm coming to lose right now.
yeah, and
Like, what do you expect man to say?
you coming to make a statement? Get fucked. What's wrong with these people, man?
Ain't it? Oh, you look. What kind of stupid ass question is that?
You know,
Am I looking
that's the
to make
questions
a
they be
statement?
asking as well.
Oh my god! It's because they banned all the half decent journalists from the press conferences.
That's a fact.
What's your guy? Your guy, Luke Thomas, is that his name?
Oh
Donald,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
They banned
yeah, yeah.
him. They banned Ariel. To be fair, Ariel is just a weirdo, but still,
Yeah.
Luke Thomas does kind of no ball.
No, he does still. He does.
But no, that's about
What?
it worth talking about.
So what? Brendan Allen and Vittori's not on the main card.
Nah, it's not even the. It's the feature fight of the prelims.
So what? UFC? What are they doing, man? Like
Or the
that's like,
co-main of the prelims. Sorry.
but that fight could easily have been like the co-main for the entire card.
Yeah, yeah. I'd be like that should be above Costa Kopilov, Holland, Rodriguez, Ige. Yeah, no, I'd agree.
You know what I mean? It's on the prelims. Like these men, they don't even. They're not good at booking these cards. Still, they need to get
Or
us involved.
maybe like when they were booking the card, it told them this should just be a prelim fight, innit? So they put it there. They didn't say potential main event or or main
Yeah,
card fight, like on WMMA when it tells you.
yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, they must have looked at. Oh, Paulo Costa has 500,000 Instagram followers and Vittori only has 250. Let's put Costa up there.
For real.
It's probably how they look at
That,
it, to be honest.
no, that probably is. They've fought before, haven't they?
Who? Vittori and Allen.
Vittori and Costa. I know Vittori and Costa.
Vittori and Costa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Vittori won. No, but weirdly, Vittori has just been fighting, like, sort of the best middleweights for a while.
yeah. You
Like,
don't rate
obviously, he
him
had
though.
that. Well, Vittori,
Yeah,
no, he's not good at anything. He just,
that's jokes.
he's just like one of these. It's like if you put the Italian mobster mob boss, like boss battle fighter, into the UFC. Like, yeah, think about
Yeah,
the Italian mob street level, like head honcho. If you just put him in the UFC,
but
and that's what he'd
Bobby
be like.
Bacula.
Yeah, yeah, fat like him. If you just put him into the UFC, like he's just some hard-headed Italian guy. Like just he can firm bear damage and put on a crazy pace, but he's not actually good at anything. So if you can't really keep up with him, or you can't do enough damage early to where you're winning, then he probably will just overrun you, like he did to Paulo Costa.
Yeah.
But he'll lose to anyone. But Brendan Allen is not. He's a bit of an idiot himself. Like his last fight, well, I think it was with Anthony Hernandez, if I
Okay.
remember. And
Yeah.
obviously Brendan Allen likes himself as a grappler, has like a lot of submission wins. But whenever Anthony Hernandez would take him down, Brendan Allen would just pull guard and like go for a guillotine or submission, and he'd never get it. But he kept doing it and just kept ending up on bottom and ended up losing the fight because of it. So I think like he's a guy that he makes certain decisions based on what he thinks he is, but he basically
He's
he
not.
thinks he's better than he actually is. Yeah, he's not
Well,
that good.
I
He
hear it.
thinks he's very good, and he is like he's not bad in it, but like he's just
Yeah.
he's not top level. And he was on a 7-fight win streak, and then now he's on a 2-fight losing streak. So
Guess I that.
it's a tough one to predict because they're both pretty shit. But
Yeah. I hear
like,
it.
no, I'm going with Vittori for the culture.
Hear it. Yeah.
No, that's about it for that though. I mean, It's not even. It's not that much of an interesting card.
Nice. Main event heavy, innit? Outside of the
Yeah,
main
for real.
event.
I know when I wake up on Sunday morning, I'll just be just skipping to that main event.
But what
See
you
what
do, you'll be
happens.
doing, you'll be logging on Instagram and seeing that Manny Pacquiao's the new world champion, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no, that's a good segue though.
No, it was still.
That's your guy, big 46 years old man.
Bro, it's mad. Just the closer you get to the fight, you're like, damn, if anyone can do it, innit?
No, he is
No,
one of
man,
the goats.
8 division world champion, G. Doesn't
Yeah,
happen.
nobody's done that. Do you think anyone would ever do that again?
All right, I don't see how anyone could do that again.
It's too competitive, right? It's too
Like,
competitive.
yeah, like everyone's too good. Because okay, what would be 8 weight divisions? Like it would be.
What did he do? It was like some stupidly low weight
He
class.
was like 112 to like 154.
It would have to be those weight classes, I think.
Yeah,
I
100%.
don't. I don't think. Yeah, no, it would have to be because there's only so many weight. Like you can't start at lightweight and be an eight weight world champ. I don't think that's even possible, is it?
So you got lightweight, super lightweight, welterweight, super welterweight, middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight, cruiserweight, heavyweight. So that's
I mean, it's
9. So
possible,
you'd
but
have
it's not feasibly possible. It's not
so
feasibly. It's not feasible that somebody could start their career as a lightweight and end up being a cruiserweight.
it would be Shakur Stevenson beating Usyk for the heavyweight title.
That just
That's
puts
what
in
you'd
kind
have
of
to
puts
be.
into perspective
For real.
how it would have to be like some sort of bantamweight going all the way
Yeah,
up to like welterweight.
yeah. No, and
Sort of.
Pacquiao, he beat a lot of top guys. Like a who's who of these weight divisions at that time, he beat those guys. But Barrios, he's probably the most beatable world champion out of the current welterweight world champions. He's been beaten before, but Barrios should be too young, too powerful to lose to a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao at this
You'd think,
point.
right? Even if Pacquiao's better than him and getting the better of him in the first round or two, as soon as dude puts it on him, like it's gonna be tough for Manny.
Exactly, yeah, because keeping keeping the sort of pace that a guy like Marios is capable of putting on someone, 12 rounds. I mean, at 46, it is not happening. Like, Barrios isn't even necessarily a super high volume puncher, but he's kind of going to need to be if he's going to beat Manny Pacquiao, because he's not super slick. Like a guy like Ugas, who was Pacquiao's last pro fight, Ugas was able to be slick and outbox Pacquiao. And actually, that was an interesting fight because Ugas took that fight on short notice. And Ugas, in his own rights, is no spring chicken. He's not as old as Pacquiao, but no spring chicken. And he beat Pacquiao without really even getting out of second or third gear.
Yeah, so I
Right?
think that probably goes to show how really past it Pacquiao is.
So in it, like,
Like Pacquiao should be getting smoked out badly, and he's only getting this sort of fight because of the name he is.
yeah,
It's not like he's done anything to warrant getting this sort of fight.
no, it's true. I mean, I
He
don't
just
want to see
announces
Manny
he's
get
making a
knocked out,
comeback, and that's it.
for real.
No, you don't want to see a man like him get knocked out because he's one of the goats of the sport, you know.
Yeah. I mean, the
At the
thing is, what
same
they're
time,
saying
dude's
is,
pushing 50.
I made a video about this. I don't know if it's come out yet, but it's saying if Manny wins the world title, could Floyd come back and fight him for a world championship?
No, he could, and Floyd
Oh,
would
I
probably
don't
beat
know.
him.
Do you reckon? Floyd's been
Yeah,
retired for 10
surely.
years, G.
But it's Floyd
Think
though.
about that, though. Think about that. Has anyone in sports retired for 10 years, come back and won a world title?
No, that would be crazy. That would be mad. But like when you put any sort of context into it, the stat or the record just loses any sort of value. But at the same time, if Pacquiao's good enough to come back and win a world title, like why? Who's to say he's not a good opponent to beat? Man's a world champion at the end of the day.
Yeah. And it's
So
the only fight that Floyd would come back for.
yeah, no, he's not like he won't come back to fight any of these current world champions. It doesn't make sense. He'd lose to him
No.
probably.
Yeah.
A
Definitely.
guy like Manny, like he'd think, okay, I've already beaten him before. I'm probably keep in as good shape as he does. A winnable fight. and I can break some crazy records. So, like,
Yeah.
you'd think logistically, like, man could do it, but I don't see it personally.
Yeah, I don't
I'll
see it
be
either.
mad though. That'll be mad out of left field.
It would be still, could you imagine?
Man to
But
just,
stranger
yep,
things have
I'm
happened,
coming
though.
back to fight Manny. How old is Floyd? Is Floyd older than Manny?
He is, yeah. I think Floyd's like 2 years older than him, so Floyd's like 48. Yo. Yo. Yo, can you hear me? Yo. Yo. You there? Yo, let me message.
Oh, just had some
Yo.
technical difficulties.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I just had some technical difficulties. We're back though.
Okay, say nine. Where was we?
Manny and Floyd.
Yeah, that fight. I don't think it. I don't think it could happen though. That's the thing. Of course, it could happen.
Crazier things are happening in the boxing world right now. It feels like. Like
It does feel like that.
I would be surprised, but I wouldn't be surprised at the same time. I'd be
That's
like,
what I'm
oh,
saying. Like
okay.
the amount of money you're seeing us coming in and around boxing these days, like I wouldn't be surprised.
Like,
But
if Turkey was just like, yeah, I want Mayweather to fight in Saudi, so here's however much money, come fight Manny in
for real,
Saudi. And the
literally,
Saudis are the type of guys to like not really care about making money off that fight, but they just want that fight to happen in Saudi.
yeah, for real.
I think that's probably, if it was gonna happen, that's probably where it would have to happen.
Yeah, you'd imagine so.
I wouldn't think that anyone else is gonna be putting the money into it, the money that it would need, other than them.
So, but what other huge fights would there be if Manny becomes a world champ?
Well, for Manny to fight.
Yeah,
So what weight is this at?
he's at 147 at
Okay.
welterweight.
Okay. So who's at welterweight
Tank-
right now?
Brian Norman Jr., Kevin Haney,
All these guys are whooping his ass.
Conor Ben would go back down to 147.
All these guys would whoop his ass badly.
Teofimo Lopez is going up to 147.
Okay, no.
Yeah, there's guys, yeah. Tank would be going up 2 weight divisions.
Tank
But
would knock him out though.
yeah. But that would be
I
a
can
huge
see-
money fight as well.
I could see them trying to give that fight to Tank, because Tank, it feels like
Yeah.
Tank's one of the more protected fighters in boxing.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't really fight, and it doesn't feel like he fights any of the super top names in and around his division.
No, and at this point, it's
Like,
almost like
he's not fought Lopez, has he?
No,
Teofimo. He's not fought Haney.
no.
Has he fought Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, he has. Beat him.
He has fought Ryan Garcia.
Yeah,
Okay,
beat
fair
him.
enough.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one.
But that was at
Who else?
135.
Okay.
And Ryan Garcia is now fighting at like 140 and 147. He was
Who
really
else
he
is
was
in
mad
and around
drained.
there?
Well, those
Tank
those
hasn't really
guys,
fought. Those are the main guys.
those are the main guys, and those guys aren't at 135 anymore. So he sort of outlasted them. You know, there's almost like a sort of new generation at 135 now. You've got Shakur Stevenson, Floyd
Yeah.
Schofield, Andy Cruz.
You'd think, though, like, logically, Shakur's next fight should be against Tank, innit? At that weight class. If he's not
It
going to
should
be
be.
moving up and fighting Conor Ben.
And for those two guys, and for the lightweight division in general, that's the biggest fight you can make.
100%. And because
lightweight.
Shakur's had the sort of rise he has,
Yeah.
like, that would be a big fight for him.
It
Huge
would
fight
be,
for
yeah,
him.
yeah. And I think Shakur can win that fight.
Shakur is very good.
Obviously, he's very good. Obviously, we know Tank at this point, well, and at any weight division he's been at, he's got that one punch knockout power.
Yeah, he's got the sort of
You know,
power that no one at the weight classes seems to have.
no. Which, of course, against anyone you fight, that's going to give you a massive advantage. And almost when you're fighting a guy like Shakur, Shakur can outbox you for 7, 8, 9 rounds. But if Tank lands on you, that could be it.
That's why that would be such a big fight and such an intriguing fight, because the styles
Yeah.
clash, and obviously the sort of trash talk that you expect them to have, and Tank being like Floyd's protege and all that sort of stuff,
Yeah.
and probably would be going into it the hardest fight of Tank's career. You'd like to
Oh,
think.
definitely.
So
Oh, actually,
that fight
you say
definitely
that.
needs to happen.
You say that, though. But Barrios, who's fighting Pacquiao, he has lost to Tank at super lightweight. That was Tank's only fight at super lightweight. That's 140. He beat him.
Okay.
So there is that. That's probably something that Pacquiao was looking at to make this fight like more appealing to Pacquiao. He's like, well, he got knocked out by Tank, so I can beat this guy.
Yeah, if he's getting knocked out at like super lightweight, then at this weight class, yeah, I should be able to hold it up.
Yeah.
I hear it, and I hear it. The reason, like, if I was his age and I felt like I could come back and get a certain win, then I'd probably do it as well. But
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, it's years ago now that he's losing in ways to guys that he wouldn't do in his prime, and now a couple years later, he's coming back to fight for a world championship.
Yeah.
Theoretically, he shouldn't have a chance, but
No,
like, there's always that fairy tale.
there is. And like I was saying to you earlier on Insta, all greats have one great last performance.
But yeah, has he had that performance yet or not?
He had.
That's the
He had that
question.
against Keith Thurman 6 years ago.
And even then, he was 40.
Yeah, he was 40. And
If you're a guy
he
putting
was
out a great
40.
performance at 40, then yeah, cool. That one loss, hurrah! But
Yeah. I mean, even that, him at 40 beating an unbeaten world champion in Keith Thurman, mad achievement.
yeah, crazy.
You know. But that Pacquiao is gone. Like, he's lost too much speed at this point. He's
Yeah,
too old, too many miles on the clock, lost too much
I
speed.
thought like for me when I saw him lose to that like Australian guy, I was like,
Yeah.
oh god, yeah, man, he's done now. And that was a while ago.
That was probably, I want to say, about seven. What are you in now? Oh, that was all longer than that. Yeah, like
That
7
was
years
like
ago, probably.
2018. Yeah.
Yeah. But then think
Obviously,
about
he
it,
had
after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a great performance after that. So no, he's one of the goats. So like, man, you never know. Like, he could pull it off.
That's
And
true.
I'd like to see him pull it off just because it would be crazy, and he'll
Yeah, of
likely be
course.
like quite a big underdog. But is a man pushing 50 gonna win a world title at welterweight?
That's the thing. I don't know. I think probably the closer we get to the fight, the closer the odds get. But
Yeah. Well, what's the oldest
that's
someone's
Vegas.
won a world title at those weight classes? I know you've had really old like heavyweight champions.
You had George Foreman at like 45. I think Bernard
Yeah, I was a
Hopkins was the
heavyweight, right? Yeah,
yeah.
heavyweight, light heavyweight, cruiserweight.
Bernard Hopkins was champion at light heavyweight. I don't think he won the belt at like. I think he lost the belt at like 48. He might have won the belt at like 45 or something, and he was champ for a while.
Yeah,
But
but like when it comes
literally,
to like middleweight and below, I'd like to know who the oldest person is to win a world title.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know who it could be. I mean, low key, Floyd's probably up there.
Yeah, Floyd's just a different beast.
I can't think of anyone else really. I mean, other than Pacquiao as well. You won
The man himself.
at 40. I don't know.
No, I don't think there's anyone that's too old, really. that them weight classes as well, because those sort of weight classes, especially, so they're younger man's weight classes.
Definitely, yeah. 'Cause
Because
there's the smaller, more athletic weight classes, definitely.
yeah, it's much more of a difference. Right, you can get guys at heavyweight who it's not that much difference whether they're 32 or 42.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
And I would love to see Manny get it done, but I'm guessing that you're predicting Barrios for this one.
Yeah, predicting Barrios for this one. I've made vids about it. Like I said, I think Barrios should be too young and too powerful, and Pacquiao would be too old and too slow. Really,
Yeah,
really,
man,
truly.
I ain't predicting for no damn 46-year-old to win a world title, man.
Yeah,
Rate him, he's one of the goats, isn't it?
yeah.
But nah,
Not
man.
facts. I mean, on the undercard, you've got your boy Fundora, 6'6",
See, I
against
just don't
Tim
like
Tszyu.
guys like that. Like, why are you that tall for that weight class? Like, what kind of freak are you?
He's sticks and bones, isn't it? Like, what do you expect?
Like, why are you even doing like just why I don't get it.
Well, I mean, even if he was a heavyweight, he'd be tall. He's 6'6". Like, you're a tall person at 6'6".
What is
There's
mine a
no
middleweight?
154. That's super welterweight.
Jesus.
154.
Imagine
I
there was
said, yeah.
a 6'6" lightweight in the UFC. That doesn't even sound
Yeah,
like
cracked.
that doesn't even sound reasonable.
Maybe Fundora could go to UFC next,
But
innit?
I remember if you get like a 6'3" welterweight in MMA, that's like whoa. Like,
Yeah,
dude is big for 170. But my
that's
man is
facts.
there's got to be something wrong with him at that point. Like at that
Nah,
point being
that's
six
what
no, no,
you
like,
mean.
at that point being 6'6" at 154, that's got to have more negatives than positives.
I mean, man's a world champion.
Yeah, but like you know what I mean? Like surely like it's just too good to be true.
Well, he has been beaten before. He's not
Like
unstoppable.
he's
He's
not
not
a
like the
goat.
GOAT
He's
at
not a goat.
154. Nah, nah, let's not get it twisted.
Like, at the end of the day, like let's not pretend like just anyone can become a world champion in boxing.
Nah, but, you know.
But he did get stopped badly. I remember seeing that.
Yeah. No, like I said, he's been stopped badly, and Tim Tszyu, he's beaten him before, but that was a weird sort of fight. So that fight, it starts, and Tim Tszyu's winning that fight. First couple rounds, Tim Tszyu's, landing on him at will. And then there's like a massive cut on the top of Tim Tszyu's head. I think it was caused by like an elbow of Fundora, like an unintentional elbow. And then after that, like so much blood. Like I would recommend like go and watch it, like watch the fight because it's an absolute bloodbath. Giant cut, and they're sort of like Tim, like if you want to stop, like you're well within your rights to stop this fight because there's a stupid amount of blood here. The man carried on fighting, and it was mad competitive. It was a mad competitive fight. I thought Fundora did enough to win that fight. The following 10 rounds, and then Fundora won a split decision, and that was Tim Tszyu's first loss. Since then, Tim Tszyu fought again against a boxer called Murtala Zayev, I think his name is. No, that is his name. And Murtala Zayev stopped him in like 4 rounds. So he had back-to-back
Okay,
losses. At one point, a few years ago, Tim Tszyu was like regarded as one of the top guys at 154. He's had back-to-back losses. He
like that.
fought, yeah, like that. And then he fought a guy called like Joseph Spencer, who's like some regional guy, and beat him. And now he's rematching Fundora. So
Okay.
it's a sort of
So
thing where
this is a
like,
rematch from a bit of a strange fight.
yes, close fight, competitive fight. But you're looking at Tim Tszyu, you look at his entire career, you're like, this is a guy who, like I said, not too long ago was regarded as one of the top guys at 154. And I hope he doesn't go down, his career doesn't go down like this, but he could be like one of the big what-if stories, right? Because there was at one point, he was one of the top guys at 154. He was in line to fight Charlo, who was a champion at 154. But then Charlo goes on to fight Canelo. Tim Tszyu doesn't get that fight. And then, he has a few more fights. Then he ends up fighting Fundora, loses, fights again, gets stopped. And then you're wondering, how much has this guy got left in the tank now?
Yeah, I can feel like I'm just looking at him now. Like he's 30 years old, So I feel like
He's not old, yeah.
that's that age where like the sort of you're coming to the crossroads now. Like, are you gonna take
Yes.
the step into being one of the top guys of your generation, or are you gonna be just sort of one of these world champion level guys who can never beat the best guys of his generation?
Yeah. And low-key, like the 154 division could could pass him by. Like it's a stacked division.
Can
Let me not
happen
say
very
stacked, but
quickly.
there's some good guys at the top of that division now. Whereas he was at one point one of the top guys in the division. There's now new top guys.
It happens quick in boxing because you'll have guys out there who are, big undefeated records, ready to just get one good win, and then become hyped up, get big fights, and suddenly you're at the top. Not
Yeah,
suddenly, but because these boxers have long builds in their career,
yeah,
but it happens. Like you just have contenders pop up out of nowhere.
it's true. They do.
Especially you gotta think, right? A guy like him, it says he's 5'9.5" here, fighting a Donny 6'6". Like,
Yeah.
come on, man, that's just not even fair.
You say that, but Tim Tszyu was landing still. Tim Tszyu was finding Fundora because Fundora's. It's not like he's like this mad slick 6'6"
I may have to
boxer.
watch that fight though, because that's crazy.
Yeah, like even throughout the fight, even though I think Tim Tszyu lost the fight, Tim Tszyu was landing on Fundora. Not at will, but was finding him pretty easily.
Also, you have to think that cut as well must have had sort of a big sway in the fight.
Yeah.
Obviously, cuts are cuts. They don't appear out of nowhere, but you have
No.
to think something like that who necessarily isn't the most luckiest thing to get a cut like that. And then
No, it's not.
That'll probably have a big sway in the scorecard. Maybe if he didn't get cut, it could have gone a different way. But
Perhaps, yeah, exactly. But my pick was Fundora for this. This is pretty much like a 50-50 fight from what I'm seeing from everyone, online in the media. They're sort of saying, a lot of people are saying, this could be. Tim Tszyu could have won the first fight. The performance he should have done in the first fight, he's going to do in this fight, and he should win.
in that first fight, Fundora weighed in at 152.5.
What a guy, man.
Jesus. You're telling me this guy could be a featherweight if he was an MMA fighter?
Yeah, imagine that.
I don't know. Has he fought at 147 in boxing?
I don't know.
Maybe early in his career, but
Yeah.
no, that's just not even. I was dude built in a lab or something.
Yeah, maybe, innit? Well, I think he might be one of these guys that's like trained by his dad and all that.
But even how is somebody like he just doesn't look right?
He's just a lanky guy, like.
No, there's lanky and then there's like my man looks like an alien.
Bro.
Like his neck. Why is his neck that long?
Well, he's a throat goat, innit? Like.
Whoa. Whoa, pause, resume.
Yeah. You got to be, innit? Maybe Tim Tszyu will punch him in the throat still.
Is that even legal?
I don't know.
You have to do it and find out, innit?
Facts, only one way to find out.
Is there any other interesting boxing fights? I know Usyk and Dubois next weekend, is it?
Oh, it's this weekend as well.
Usyk Dubois this weekend?
Yeah, bro, it's tomorrow.
Holy shit.
Wembley. Trying to go.
Yeah, let me just quickly fork out like a bag for a ticket.
For real, bro.
You just quickly, just slap on a quick $5 blackjack hand.
We should do that Lonely Stone gambling, though.
Jesus. You just say a gunshot and then no more talking.
No, we'll do the Lonely Stone
I'm just tearing up. Well, I can't take it anymore.
I guess that.
No, we can talk about that though. Usyk and Dubois. That's an interesting fight. Obviously, the first fight. What did you think about that punch in the first fight? I have my thoughts on it. What did you think about that punch in the first fight? And the bearing it even had on the fight itself?
So, in my opinion, it was low. It was low, but it didn't hit him in the balls. It was below the belt. I think, like, you can see the punch was below the belt, but you can also see
the still image. Yeah, the still image, like half the glove is below the belt and half the glove is on the belt.
Yes, yeah. But that would still count as below the belt. Even if it's like you said, like that. That would still count as below the belt. But that doesn't that, in my opinion, that doesn't mean you get to like sit out for like 3-4 minutes, however long it was, right? But we've seen like Usyk had 3 minutes to recover, but like so did Daniel Dubois. Like Daniel Dubois had time to like catch his breath, but you also like did that sort of mean Daniel Dubois sort of lost his momentum? And then after that, Usyk went on and stopped him. Like, I think a lot of people are forgetting about that. Like Usyk stopped Dubois in that fight.
Yeah, you have to think
Um,
like Dubois landing a low blow didn't make him get stopped. You know,
no,
he got
and
stopped
you
all by
watched
himself.
that fight, and Dubois had some success, but for the most part, Usyk was outboxing him because he's the better boxer. And he's better than everyone at heavyweight that he's boxed, and everyone at cruiserweight as well. Everyone he's fought, he's able to outbox them, and he basically made Daniel Dubois give up in that fight because it wasn't like he knocked Dubois dead, didn't send him to the shadow realm. He outboxed him, outworked him, exhausted him, and then basically stopped him with a jab, right?
Yeah,
And they say in
Usyk
boxing,
is next level. Sorry, Ron.
and they say in boxing, like the first time you give up is the hardest, and every time after that it's easier. And if Usyk's
It
already
makes
made you give up
sense.
once, well, if Usyk's already made you give up once, then it's not looking good, bruv.
No, I agree. To be honest, I think whether you want to say the shot was low or not, I don't personally think it should or would have had that much of a bearing on the result. I think that Usyk probably would have done what he would have done regardless of whether
Well,
that
it depends
was.
because think about it. If it wasn't low and it was a body shot, Usyk would have been out for the count.
Yeah.
So you have to consider that.
No, you have to consider it, but because it was, he was down for long enough. But like, let's say the ref just started counting at him, like, would he have got up?
That's the question. Yeah.
Like, you gotta think he would have gotten up, and he was kind of like not acting, but like playing it up a little bit. Maybe he tried to get a
Yeah.
point taken away or something.
No, I think so. Yeah.
So you gotta think Usyk's like one of the highest IQ boxers we've had in them higher weight classes as well.
100%. And everyone that's fought him, apart from like Tyson Fury, says the thing about Usyk, he takes you to deep waters because he's throwing so many punches, and he's one of these boxers, like you said, the high IQ boxers. He mastered the art of applying pressure without throwing punches, which is one of the hardest things to do in boxing. So if you've got a guy who's applying pressure throwing punches and applying pressure without throwing punches, you're under like a serious, you're in a serious situation here. That being said, everyone can sort of agree that Daniel Dubois right now is one of the biggest punchers in the heavyweight division right now.
Yeah, especially after what he did to Anthony
Who
Joshua,
else?
damn near took his head clean off.
Yeah.
The other heavyweights right now, it
Absolutely,
doesn't really seem like any of them
you said
are huge power
right? Didn't do
punchers.
Josh. No, I think who else have you
Scanner.
got? I mean, Joseph Parker's not really he's not a huge power puncher. He's got power, but not power puncher the same way as is. Who else? Caballero, I guess. Fabio Wardley, yeah. Fabio Wardley, in terms of boxing skill, isn't on that level. Like Fabio Wardley probably gets outboxed by pretty much all the top. I want to say top 5-ish heavyweights. Caballero's undefeated. Caballero's probably next in line.
Maybe like Moses
It depends on the
is
route.
probably one of the biggest punchers at heavyweight.
Yeah, him too. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel like you get these beastly heavyweights anymore that are just knocking guys dead. This generation of heavyweights isn't really that. And even Joshua, who like was seen as a finisher for a time,
Yeah.
wasn't knocking guys dead.
No.
He was
It was
like
sort of like
TKOing guys, knocking guys down that way.
Yeah, it was more like once Anthony Joshua really got to that the world level, the guys he was beating, he wasn't stopping them. Like,
Yeah.
well, he didn't stop.
I feel like it was after the
Yeah.
Klitschko fight, it felt like when he started getting a lot more decisions.
Yes. Yeah.
A decision, Joseph Parker.
Yeah.
To be fair, like no, he went to more decisions, but 2 of them were losses to Usyk. He didn't really have that many decisions. I don't know now when I'm looking at it. After Klitschko, because going up to Klitschko, he'd finished every fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, once
And
he
he finished
that wasn't
Klitschko.
against those high level guys. Once he started consistently
Nah.
fighting these high level guys, and I guess it makes sense. Like you can't stop these guys the same way you can stop like these low level guys.
Of course, you can stop a Dillian White, a Dominic Brazil, a Carlos Tafan, but no, then you get his Ruiz fights were weird, didn't it? Like I remember it was a huge upset when he lost to Ruiz, and then he came back and beat him by decision. But he finished Povetkin, he finished Kubrat Pulev, then he lost twice to Usyk, beat yeah, he had a good couple warm up fights before he fought Ngannou. And
Yeah.
what's that RTD? Corner retirement.
That's like, yeah, retirement. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, he beat Jermaine Franklin by unanimous decision, knocked out Robert
yeah. Jesus.
Hellenius, and then corner
Jesus.
retirement from Otto Wallin,
Yeah,
and then beat
man.
Ngannou, and then lost to Dubois.
Yeah.
Even I feel like you look at a lot of the knockout TKO finishes, and it's not clean knockouts that he's getting, and he's seen as probably, in terms of this generation, probably like the biggest puncher at heavyweight of this generation.
Thanks to Joshua or
Yeah,
Dubois.
either him or Dubois. Probably, I feel like Joshua's seen more as that right now because Dubois hasn't really beaten like anybody mainstream. It feels like
No, but apart from Anthony
other
Joshua,
than
yeah.
Joshua, other than
Yeah,
Joshua.
yeah, yeah. Which is his last win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but obviously
I think,
beating
yeah,
some good guys. But
he's definitely got some good names on his resume, especially post the Usyk loss.
yeah,
Post the Usyk loss, I think he
Big
beat
Baby
Jarrell
Miller,
Miller.
Philip
That's a good win.
Hergovich.
Those Philip Hergovich is a really good win. I think that was Philip Hergovich's
Finished all of
first
them as
loss.
well. Finished Jarrell
Yeah,
Miller, Philip Hergovich, and Anthony Joshua.
yeah. Oh, that's a good run. I can't lie. Like he does deserve a world title shot off the back of that.
Yeah, no, that's the type of win streak he put together. In the not like a lot of these boxers, it feels like these days they have like some breaks between their fights and they don't fight as often. But he lost to
Yeah,
Usyk in 2023, and since then he's put together 3 good wins.
yeah.
So yeah, now he's. It's always weird to me that these guys, Usyk's always fighting these guys in either in the UK. Like, he always fighting in the
Oh,
UK.
like man said, he loves the UK and he loves the UK fans.
No, yeah,
Got to, bro.
don't think I noticed how much better his English has gotten. To be honest, his English has gotten a lot. It's still not good, but it's gotten a lot better.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
from the
yeah.
days of I am Phil, I am very
Yeah,
Phil
facts.
to now, his English
I
has
mean,
got way better. To be fair,
facts. Now he knows what he's doing though.
yeah, that's if I was a foreigner, I'd do the same thing.
Yeah, facts like
I'd do
Pereira.
what Anderson Silva did, didn't it? Oh yeah,
I
Pereira
back
as
in it.
well. Yeah, you see these guys like have a little couple clips where they're speaking English. You're like, wow, these men
Yeah,
can speak English.
yeah, facts. Of course they can, bro.
No, I'll do the same thing though.
Yeah, you're
Pretend like I don't
like,
speak English.
bro. I back. That's a bar.
No, but Dubois is like kind of funny in his own right though, because he seems like a
No
bit of a
facts.
special ed kid, window licker.
No, little facts. What am I say to him? I'm gonna beat you like I'm your daddy.
Yeah,
Nuts, bro. No, he needs help.
like he seems like he kind of got something missing in his brain.
Yeah, he's a bit slow. Yeah.
Oh, but people forget, man. Joe Joyce knocked him out, innit? Dude just smiling for no reason.
Yeah, facts.
Joe Joyce,
Yeah,
that Donny just smiling, innit?
yeah,
Who
facts.
was
You
that?
got
Was that
to.
after he lost to who?
Um,
I can't remember
I
who he just
think.
lost to.
Who did he just lose to?
I know he had a fair few losses recently, so
Hergovic, didn't he?
was it his last one? Yeah, Sergovich.
I want to say it
Dude's
is.
just like getting interviewed after the fight, just smiling. Just got some fat
Facts.
smile on his face.
Got to, bro. Just be happy to be there, innit? Man's probably got CT. Probably doesn't even remember what just happened.
No, I rate Joe Joyce though. He's another one of those special ed kids. Special ed
Oh,
heavyweights.
definitely.
Very like he's very good, but he's not at the same time.
I
One
mean,
of the
now,
weirdest heavyweights I've ever watched fight.
yeah,
Well, I'm
he's
seeing sort of like
cooked
his
now.
footwork and positioning. I'm like, yeah, this dude's good, and then he just holds his position in the footwork positions and doesn't really throw. I'm just like,
Really,
what is this
I mean,
dude
I
doing?
think now especially he's really lost a lot of that speed and power as well. He was
Oh,
never
he's
that
way
quick.
older than I thought he was as well. He's 39.
Again, one of these guys who turned pro bare old.
You don't usually see that with the English guys as well.
No, you don't exactly.
I
Yeah,
would have thought after his success, amateur-wise, like tournament, like Olympics and such, he probably would have gone pro then. But no, like you said, it took him a good way. He turned pro in 2017,
yeah,
so he would have been how old? Like 31.
yeah. Turning pro at 31 is wild.
It's mad, isn't it? You'd think with the money in boxing as well that these guys would want to turn pro sooner, especially if you're like an Olympic
Oh,
medalist and Commonwealth Games and all of this. You can get
yeah,
into some big fights pretty quick. I mean, he did have like a lot of the big British fights in it. He fought a lot of the big British fighters.
yeah, yeah, and he's
He
got
fought
some good names on his
Chisora.
resume.
Dude lost to Chisora, man. That's bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
bad. I can't lie.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
I mean, like, he fought Chisora, Joseph Parker, Daniel Dubois.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, one thing you can say, he doesn't dodge the smoke. Like, he will fight. He will fight anyone.
Yeah, and then bear smile about it afterwards.
Got to, man.
I'm gonna find that video where he's just got some fat grin on his face after he lost.
They got to be
He
happy
looked
to
bare,
be there,
he looked
innit?
bare
Like,
happy.
like he just won, innit? Maybe he thinks he won. Like,
It's just a CTE getting to him.
for real. Memory's all confused. Nah, what a guy, man.
Is there any other interesting boxing this weekend?
Usyk, Pacquiao, Fundora. I think that's it, because there's not really anyone on the Usyk undercard. That's worth talking about.
We can talk a little bit about these Epstein files, though.
Got to. I mean, you know, obviously Trump's on them. Which, to be honest, from day one, when I'm hearing him say I'm going to 100% release the Epstein files, I was kind of shocked because I'm thinking he's exactly the sort of guy that would be on the Epstein
Yeah,
files.
I'm thinking you'd be incriminating yourself. That's why it was weird for him to be saying that in the first place.
Yeah, but that's almost why I rated it more, because I'm like, rah, you must, you know, I don't know, be really patterned.
So I think I said to you the other day, like, I did used to like have certain ratings for him because he would just speak very openly and publicly about certain issues that other politicians would just outright avoid. And you could respect him for at least bringing these issues up, even if a lot of what he's saying is like quite performative.
Yeah.
And then I realised like the dude's just clip farming. Like he's just aura farming and clip farming.
Got to, man. Man won the man became president from aura farming, innit?
No, he did, and it's like now as soon as he's president, you know, and everyone's called in, you know, a big part of your campaign was that you're going to release all the Epstein evidence and files and incriminate all these people. And now man's coming out with, I think he said, if you're still talking about the Epstein files, you're a weakling, and you're a former supporter of mine.
Yeah.
I think he said that, which is just kind of crazy to me. That somebody's a weakling for wanting all of these big, like, famous, you know, these CEOs and actors and all of these big people, like a guy like Diddy. Like I felt like he kind of did his own diddling, and that's why they tried to get him, because he probably wasn't on the Epstein. He might have been, probably was, to be honest, but it seems like he was doing way more of his own diddling, and that's kind of why they tried to go after him and that. But like, there's so many like mainstays of today's culture, people I'm talking about, that were probably on those files, and there's there's obvious reasons why they don't want them files to come out.
Yeah, and obviously the people who are like behind closed doors, like sort of decision makers, are probably on there. So, like the president, congressman, a lot of probably banking CEOs, and a lot of these guys are probably on there. Celebrities as well.
Yeah.
They're all on these lists. So it doesn't make sense from their point of view. It doesn't make sense for them to drop it, obviously. But
yeah, and the reasons that they come out with as well as to why they shouldn't drop it is just so. The reasons almost aren't reasons. Like one of the reasons was, for us to do that, we'd have to release child pornography and all of the names of the victims, and that's not true. They don't have to release that. The thing that was submitted that they were going to vote on, like specifically included that that's not going to get released. The videos and pictures and victim names and that sort of stuff. Just the people the people that you can incriminate. But
yeah,
and another reason was Trump said, "Oh yeah, no, all these Epstein files, they've all been tampered with by Obama and Hillary, so it's not credible. So don't worry about it." It's like, well, if they tampered with all this shit, why didn't they do anything with it? Did they tampered with it just to tamper with it? And it doesn't really make sense.
I think it's been established that definitely Clinton and Trump were involved with my man. I mean, I'm assuming. I mean, I haven't seen the stuff that Barack Obama was probably, but no doubt he probably was, involved in some way. Um, but do you think Epstein was like a spy for like, Israel? That's what people are saying now. That he was like an asset to Israel government and all that.
That would like make sense, to be honest, because why would Israel not want to have like, was not only was it like something he set up so all these like CEOs, celebrities, such and such can have access to children, but it also could have been a thing where if he is an agent of like a secret agent for Israel, now he's gonna be collecting stuff for Israel on these people and be having dirt
Yeah,
on these people and blackmailing them.
100%. G.
It's not, because if he was, then maybe that's why it's not coming out, because Israel just have the ultimate blackmail on Trump and all these congressmen, and they're like, yeah, don't let this shit come out, otherwise we're gonna lose all of
At
our
its core, it
leverage.
almost feel like that's what Epstein. That's what it was all about. It was all about getting the blackmail and getting the leverage on these important people, so that he could have these,
Yeah,
massive
'cause you have
houses
to
and
think,
these.
if all of these flight logs come out, then Israel lose their leverage because all these people are just going to instantly be criminalized. So their
Well,
leverage goes
will they
away.
be
That is their
criminalized though?
leverage. I mean, you'd
That's the
like to
thing.
think so, right? If
There was a
evidence got
guy,
released that like a guy like Tom Hanks was fucking kids and then they just do nothing about it,
bro.
they just leave him alone.
That's the sort of shit that happens though.
At worst, Tom Hanks can't appear in public again.
But bro, that's the thing. There's been guys, not famous as Tom Hanks, but guys that have been like confirmed that they've been involved with Jeffrey Epstein. They've like resigned from like their jobs and basically just gone like disappeared from life. They're still alive, but like just far removed from the public eye. That can happen. These guys can do that.
Now these
But there
guys, they've
was
got
one
enough
guy.
money to do that. They've got enough money.
Exactly, like they'll just remove themselves from the public eye, hire some bodyguards, and just live up their lives. These guys
Nah,
can do that.
yeah, no, they can do it. They can do it, but then it would be so many people.
That's the thing. Yeah.
It's not like they just release, oh, these couple of people are doing this. No, it'll be hundreds of people.
There was one guy.
Hundreds
I was
of,
watching
yeah.
this podcast, the Flagrant podcast, with this Asian guy who clearly knows like a lot about the Epstein files and clearly like researched it quite a bit. He's talking about this guy, right, who was like a spy for Israel, not Epstein, but he was talking about a guy who was like an associate maybe of Epstein, right? He was getting like states of like the US government, not states, secrets from the US government, selling them to Israel, yeah, and Israel sold those secrets to Russia. Then he gets bagged. Then this guy gets bagged in the US for it. He almost gets pardoned by the president for selling state secrets. He doesn't in the end. They do convict him for 30 years, and then Netanyahu, the Israel prime minister, is like the second they release you from prison, you can like live in Israel for like free.
That's crazy.
Deep that, bro.
No,
I
that's
forget my man's
crazy.
name, but yeah, this all happened. You like, man's currently in prison, but the second he's done,
Like,
second
yeah,
is
we got
he
you.
can leave. Yeah,
No, but I hear all sorts about their prime minister, and
yeah,
it's so like weird to me as well. Like I saw this thing. It was the mayoral election race for New York, right? And
yeah,
they ask all the candidates, yeah,
yeah.
like if you could have one dream holiday place, like where would you go? And they literally all say, yeah, I'd love to go to Israel. Like what?
Go
The
there.
fuck?
The NPCs, bro.
Who's forcing you to say this shit? Well, we know who's forcing them to say this shit, but
For all we know, it's
it's like,
obvious,
bro.
isn't it?
And there's literally one Donny that's like, nah, I wouldn't go anywhere. I'd just stay in New York
Bro,
and work for the new people of New York. And I think the guy's like a Muslim or something, so I guess it kind of
yeah,
makes sense why a man wouldn't say he wants to go to Israel. But
yeah,
it's just so
facts.
weird to me. Like you literally have like 5 or 6 like people running for mayor of New York. Like 5 of them are just these old, crumpled up, dusty ass white people. And then you have
Yeah.
one like Asian looking don and all these crumpled up, dusty white people. Yeah, I love to make my 4th trip to Israel. Like, come on, what
Yeah,
kind
for
of
real.
freak are you? And I'm just thinking, Israel have all these guys in their pocket. They have something on all these guys.
It's crazy, bro.
And even if they're not
Crazy.
like naturally coming upon like blackmail information. They're creating blackmail information.
They'll create it, yeah, no doubt.
They'll just create it. It's
Yeah.
wild, but what are we meant to do at the end of the day?
All we can do is make the podcasts and then hopefully one day get what's that chick? The chick that was with Epstein that's in prison.
Oh, Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, get her on the pod, innit?
Fuck yeah, no.
Got to, man.
That's something as well. Like, if all this Epstein stuff is all a hoax and not real, why is she in prison?
Exactly.
Like, none of it's real. Why is
Someone
she
had
in
to be the
prison?
fool, man, innit?
For real. She's just holding it.
Yeah.
And they must have some
Holding it
pretty good
down.
faith in her that she's not going to say anything. Otherwise, she'd have been long gone.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, because you'd think, yeah, that's crazy. Why isn't she dead?
They must, yeah. She must have good reason to not say anything.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I don't know what prison she's in. Maybe she's in one of these nice prisons. Still,
Yeah.
no, but
Like,
I
maybe
would
like
suggest,
they have some sort of leverage on her. Like maybe there's like a family member that she has, and they basically said, "Yeah, we'll kill them if you say anything." And whereas
or her
Epstein,
dad.
I don't think Epstein had any like legitimate connections to anyone, did he? He was like almost like a made up person.
Oh, yeah, he was almost like a made-up person. I mean, he had blackmail over a lot of these guys. Like he had
Yeah,
video of these guys fucking kids.
all
That
of
was his
that.
leverage. Ghislaine Maxwell, her dad, I'm sure he was tied in with that CIA somehow, and he employed Epstein a while back, early on in his career, bro. That podcast, that Flagrant podcast, is one of them newer episodes, bro. You should check it out.
I might have to
He
give
goes
that one
into
a
it, G.
watch.
He goes into it still.
Oh,
I
wow.
recommend it.
But it's crazy how
Oh.
deep this goes. You know, it's like as
Mob
soon as you
deep,
feel
bro.
like you found the core of it, it's just more.
Like initially, like when you first hear about him, you're like, okay, well, this guy's just a rich guy who had his own island and was recording celebrities fuck kids. That's what we thought he was at the first, isn't it?
Yeah, you're
Right.
thinking, okay, super rich guy facilitating pedophilia for these celebrities and blackmailing them, such and such. Okay,
Yeah.
but then you realise the political connections and how man's sort of appeared out of nowhere and how
Yeah.
he got his money, and
Oh.
you start diving into all these things. There's just so much.
Yeah. Gets wild pretty quickly.
Gets
Yeah.
very wild very quickly.
So what are you gonna put? Should I put Epstein on the thumbnail though?
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
What? Pacquiao, Poirier, and Epstein on.
Oh, slap him on there. Slap man on there.
Got to, man.
Yes, that's our
Mad
guy.
respect. Oh, salute, bro. No, Epstein, he was going hard on them boys. Salute.
Going hard in the paint.
Facts. Someone had to.
Now, I was gonna say fair enough, but it's not really fair enough, is it?
Nah, yeah, but what's the saying? Anything goes on the island, isn't it?
For real. I'm gonna say what stays in the island, what happened on the island stays on the island, but hopefully not for long.
Well, yeah. Damn, it's crazy though.
But it really comes down to like whether they're just gonna. I mean, like we discussed before, most people are in PC, so if you tell them for long enough that it doesn't matter, then they'll just have it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, look, these people, they'll move on to the next thing.
Yeah,
You know what I
there's
mean?
always
Like,
a next thing. There's always a next
always
thing.
the next thing, bro. Before you know it, it'll be. I don't even know. They'll be talking about the migrants in the UK, and then we would have all forgot about Epstein, and then it'll be climate change, and then it'll be this and that, and you know what I mean. And before you know it, 10 years has passed, and the Epstein list has still not been released.
And that's why it's mad to me. They'll just do more heinous shit to like take your attention away from other heinous shit that they did.
Of course, bro.
It's just
Always
mad.
been the way, man. Oh, it is mad.
It's mad what's happening in the UK as well, though. Like the other day, all
Yeah,
them people
man.
turning up at that hotel in
Yeah.
London, in East London.
I
It's-
mean, it's a
people
sort of
aren't
thing-
happy though. Like it's what it is.
I don't, you know what I mean? Like, it gets to a point where if you're like someone in the UK that's living like a normal-ish life, and your life's getting shitter. Like you're working these jobs, you hate these jobs. Your money's stretched, the bills are getting more, the rent's going up, and there's someone living in a hotel, living a better life than you for free, just because they come from another country, and you didn't vote. Like no, none of these people like voted for this to happen, and it's politicians making these decisions that no one voted for politicians, not politicians, for migrants to come to this country and fucking live for free in hotels. We've got people here that want to live in these hotels for free, you know?
And we've got homeless people in this country that, like, there's a serious homelessness problem in this country, and the money
Yeah.
that's been put towards, like, these, I mean, if they were asylum seekers, legal migrants, however much I may disagree with, like, the laws around that, I can't have like that much of a huge complaint because it's like the way the country is. But it's the fact that it's groups of illegal immigrants, and it's not, more often than not, it's just men. It's just grown men, groups
Yeah.
and groups of grown men coming over, not families, women, and children. There are some,
Yeah.
but that's not most of them. Most of them are just fully grown men, and it's just so weird. Like, cool. Let's say like the face of it, it looks like they're coming because they want to live off the country, be fed, housed, all for free,
Yeah.
right? And that's of course, what they're coming for. But then there's also, you got to think there's also got to be another reason. Like they're doing something, because if they were coming to just have a free life, then they'd be sending families. They'd be sending just families, but they're sending just all grown men. And that speaks
Yeah.
to, that's too specific for me. That there's something going on. And
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
want to sound like too much of a mad conspiracy theorist saying,
Ah,
"Oh
bro,
yeah, they're
guys,
gonna
it's a
rise
lonely
up,
stone a podcast, man.
they're
Go
gonna
for it.
rise
It's a
up, they're
lonely.
building an army, this and that." It's just, it's weird, isn't it? Whether they're like just, but essentially, no, they're looking to take over. Still, they're looking to take over.
So who do you think? And I don't disagree with you, but for the sake of conversation, who do you think is that behind it? Like who do you think's trying to set this up? Like, do you think it's the UK government doing this to themselves?
I think that, no, I don't think the UK government are like spearheading this, because I just think that they see themselves as like holier than thou, and oh yeah, you know, the actual, it's like they don't actually like the actual British people, the government.
Yeah.
They like everyone else, but they don't like the actual British people.
Mm.
It's I think they're extremely incompetent, and you have a few politicians that are obviously like our prime minister, for example, is one of the ones that he's obviously doing something purposeful, right? Like,
Yeah.
for example, him being the guy who led the thing to not release the names of the guys in the grooming gangs. Like, he was the reason why they didn't release names of the guys in the
Yeah.
in the Pakistani grooming gangs, because he didn't want
Yeah.
there to be an increase of Islamophobia. That's when that becomes your thinking, leading the country, you are a negative to the country. You're taken away from this country. You
Yeah.
don't want to reveal somebody's name because you think it might increase racism. So what if it does? Why is that necessarily a bad thing?
I
Like,
hear it.
think about it this way:
Yeah.
all these Asian Muslim guys are coming over illegally to scrape
Yeah.
children. Why should
Yeah.
I not be racist to them? What
Oh
reason do I
yeah,
have?
exactly.
What reason do I have to not be racist to them?
Yeah.
It's not like the guys are coming over and they're building gardens and they're just doing good wholesome shit, and I'm like, okay, like, these men like this country and they want to be citizens, cool. Like, no,
Yeah.
they're just coming over and scraping children. Like, why shouldn't I want you all out? Like, what the fuck? You don't think it's
Okay.
alright to marry children? Like, why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I? Like, why is it not okay for me to not want you in the country? Like, would I go to Abu Dhabi and try asking guys to pour me pints and trying to chat up things in public? No, I would never do that, because that's not how
Yeah.
that country is.
Yeah.
But I also feel like, in terms of the rising up of the regular working class person, it might be a bit too late. Because I feel like a lot of people just NPC living their lives not knowing the actual problems, and now it's a bit too late and there's probably too many of them. Now people are rising up. But I'm not
Yeah,
sure who exactly would be behind it per se. But I don't think the UK government are behind it, but I think they're definitely allowing it to happen.
yeah, they're there. That's more. They're more allowing it to happen, and they're probably. The thing is, you sort of look at these situations, and you're like, we're like normal people, and we can see what's going on here. These are supposed to be, in theory, like the smartest people in the country. Not like the smartest, but really well educated. They're
They're
supposed to be
leading the
smarter than the
country,
average
right? They're
person.
leading the
Yeah.
country.
So you'd think these people should be smart enough to see what's going on. So they either aren't that smart, or they're doing it intentionally, or they don't care.
Could be all
You know?
three.
And that's the thing. It could be all three. It probably is all three.
Legit could be all three.
Yeah. Because there was a politician called Rory Stewart he's a bit of a weirdo, but for better or for worse, he seems like a politician who's actually kind of serious about politics, right? And he would say when he was a politician in the House of Commons, and he would try and like approach other politicians to talk about policy, they would sort of look at him like, "Well, what are you doing? Like, we don't actually
That's
care
not what
about
we're here
policy."
for.
Yeah, yeah.
We're just
And
here for the
he wasn't
£100
for lunches, isn't it?
fucking
Facts.
lunches and free lunches and just living off the taxpayer, man.
Yeah. No, that's what they're there for. Don't talk to me about politics or actual work. I'm not interested in that.
Yeah. No, for real, and
Yeah,
that kind of probably puts the whole sort of politician culture in a bottle where these guys they see themselves as more just the lads and lasses, and they're just doing what they want rather than actually in charge of the entire country. And I feel like with the amount of money that this country takes to run, and then where certain money is getting allocated, like the priorities that they're completely all over the place. Like for example, having probably like 10 plus police vans outside that hotel, having the whole entire hotel surrounded by police and riot gear. How much do you think it took to do all that? How much money do you think it cost to do all of that?
Yeah.
And where that money could have been put elsewhere, or even those police could have been utilized elsewhere. Those police could have been used to stop the grooming gangs raping children, but instead they're protecting them. So that probably tells you all you need to know in terms of where this country's going. But and I think even now that people outside of the UK are clocking onto it, that's what's making it like so much more obvious as well. Because I'm seeing clips where someone will mention the UK or reference the UK, and it's Americans like, yeah, your country's getting taken over. And I was like, wow, even these don't know about it. And it seems like half the people in our own country don't know about it.
Yeah, no, it's true. And like you said, it's probably a situation where it's too far gone, which is a shame. But
yeah, I think it's too far. I think the early 2000s is probably where the real rise of the working class should have started. Because that's when it started sort of getting a bit bad with the immigration and that. But I think it's a lot of people in the government are just really, really soy. Like really, oh no, we love immigrants. Yeah, this country's built on immigration.
Yeah.
Like those sort of
100%.
people who think like the sort of guys that are making it so, you know, the NHS applications, if you're white, you get pushed to the back. Those are the people doing that sort of shit. You know, you get £5,000 more for the same job if you're not white or if you're an immigrant. Like what?
Yeah.
You're spending all taxpayers' money to help people come into the country. Like, if we were a country that needed people badly, then it would make sense, right? Like, if we were a country, like certain countries, Eastern European countries, do desperately need just people in the country to work, to pay taxes, to have children, right? But we're an overpopulated country, and London is an extremely overpopulated city.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm not saying like those reasons could never be valid, but they're just not valid for the UK.
Yeah. It's definitely, it's hard. I mean, obviously there are certain gaps. But who's to say those gaps can't be filled by, you know, actual British people? Gaps in like employment and these sorts of things. Oh man, country's cooked, isn't it?
I think it's even like certain jobs, like we joke about now it's time to get a minority to deliver me KFC, but all of the
Yeah,
Uber Eats
facts.
drivers genuinely are Asian guys. They're literally.
Yeah,
I don't think I've had one like probably in the last. I don't remember like any English person ever delivering me food. They're always Eastern European or some
yeah,
Muslim guy.
yeah.
And that's because like
Yeah.
these guys, they can just come over, do this job, earn decent money, send money back home, and that's it.
And the thing is, a lot of these men, they're not even paying tax on their money as well,
Nah,
because these
probably because they're
aren't
not in
like
the country long enough.
well, from no, and good. That's the thing. You can come to the UK and within like a week probably be doing these jobs, right?
Hmm.
Um, and in that time you've probably not got like a what do you call it, national insurance number and all these things. And these jobs, they sort of sell you like the freedom of like, oh, it's 0 hour contract, you work when you want, and these sorts of things.
Yeah, and that's probably why these guys are able to do it because
Yeah,
they'll mash it out for as long as they want. They'll work at stupid times. They'll
yeah,
do all of this. And it all links in, like these Muslim guys, they got fucking 11 people in one 3-4 bedroom house. They're all just saving their money. They're all just building themselves up, really.
yeah.
And like fair and like it sounds like a good thing, but when it's like a certain group of people who have stated that it's their goal to change the country, like it's not it doesn't bode well.
No,
Yeah,
no, of course not.
I'm more and more quickly feeling extremely disenfranchised by my own country.
Yeah,
I keep being told that I'm not what the country wants.
yeah.
So it's really hard to be a citizen of this country, to be honest. It is really hard. Like,
No, of course.
as much as we joke about it, like I'm more and more seriously thinking I'm just going to get on the PIP and universal credit.
Bro, I tell people,
I'll be living
people
a
are like,
better life on that than I am now.
bro,
Try
I'm
actually
telling these
working my
people
ass
like,
off.
I'm one bad day at work away, bro. Like the Batman. He's one
Yeah,
bad day away. That's what I am, bro. I'm one bad day away.
from getting on the PIP, getting on the universal credit, just saying fuck it.
Yeah. And me and you
Because,
just rassing bud and recording pods all day.
but enough other people are living that type of life though. And I'm
Oh,
not gonna
why?
sit here and pretend like it's only Muslims or it's only certain people. There's enough white people doing this shit too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like if you can't, it gets to a point where like you can't blame the people. You have to blame the people allowing this to happen.
Exactly, bro. That's what I say. Like, there's a part of me that's jealous of it. Like, you think if I could wake up every day and like just not have to go to work, like I'd want that life. Like, I'm jealous of these men in
You just
some
wake up, your whole
respects.
day is free, do whatever
Yeah.
you want, everything is paid for by the government, and
Yeah.
they're basically already living the utopia life.
This is what I'm saying, G. Take it in, bro.
They're
This
basically
is what
already
I'm
living it.
saying. That's what
But
I'm
no,
trying to get,
yeah,
bro.
certain countries in Europe are just looking super cooked.
Go Thailand instead, innit?
Yeah, these will be
But then,
appreciated there.
well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you might have to fuck a lady boy or two, but
You know,
it's
who
the
hasn't?
game. It's the game.
Uh,
So I always said like, it's all right with them not in it because their males already look like females, so it's all right in it.
yeah. Well, they do definitely look like females. But is the hardware female? That's the real question. Or does it
No,
matter?
like everyone's gonna do what they're gonna do in it, like, and I'm not
Um,
gonna pretend like
yeah.
it wouldn't be tough to discern between the real and not real women over there. I feel like I'll be chatting to a thing. I'll come down to it. She'll boss off her dress and she's got a piece.
Yeah, man. At that
I
point,
mean,
what
as
do
a
you do with
man, you'd
it?
like to say like, "Oh yeah, no, I could tell, I could tell, no, I could tell."
Also, there's a
Bro,
part of you. There is a part of you that do you want to tell though? Because I think like you
of
could trick
course, no,
yourself.
no, you do want to tell. You do want to
There's
tell.
definitely men that trick themselves though.
No, I like that one brother who said, "What did he say? I'm not gay, but I'm this is my girlfriend and she's a trans woman and I'm not gay. And
Yeah,
she's a
yeah.
woman. I'm like, well, bro, you are gay.
Yeah.
You just are fucking a man. But
Like he's
no,
tricked himself.
yeah, no, he's tricked himself. Because in the head, he really does believe that he's not gay,
Yeah.
and he really does believe that. Well, either he really believes that he's not gay, he really believes that she's a woman, or he's just told himself it that much, lied to himself that much that he just believes it.
Yeah.
But like, it would be like that in Thailand though. Like you chatting to a thing, gets down to it, she backs off her dress and she's just got peace. Like, I'll start
Gotta tell
throwing
her to turn
hands,
around, didn't it?
raw.
I mean,
I've come
yeah.
all this way in it.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, it gets to that point. What are you gonna do? Like, oh no. That's exactly what you do. Actually, that's exactly what you do.
No, I was
You
gonna
tell
say
them,
like you could just hit the broths in Thailand, but then you're definitely gonna run into a ladyboy.
yeah, but at least in those sorts of situations, like you'd think you're not being deceived, innit? They'll tell you they're a ladyboy. I mean,
Yeah,
there is a bit
no.
of a language gap, language barrier, but
They know what ladyboy means though.
yes, they definitely. That's the only word they do know. Innit?
But you think if there's that many prostitutes in Thailand, like
Yeah.
they gotta have it clearly, like yeah, these are the real female ones.
Yeah, like it's
Because
a
out
whole, yeah,
there
it's a
as
whole
well,
genre, innit?
they're not like the Western trannies where they try and like act like a woman and convince you they're a woman. Like they will
Yeah,
tell you
yeah,
that they're a ladyboy.
yeah. Because
Like
look,
they
there's
know
enough
they're
men that
men.
are, yeah, and there's men that are into that as well. There'll be men that go specifically for that.
So I'm saying like people sometimes get it wrong with the trans shit. Like you can be a trans, yeah. Right, it's your life, innit? I really don't care.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
don't go around trying to convince everyone you're a woman and telling me that I have to treat you like a woman. You'll get punched in your jaw
Yeah.
quickly.
And the thing is, the trannies over here don't look like the trannies over there. Let's have it
No,
right.
no. The trannies over here, you instantly tell.
You know what I mean? They just look like
Because
fucking weirdos,
in terms of
freaks.
frame, like the men and the women aren't so different over in Thailand. Like they're all short, they're all skinny, like they're
Yeah.
all sort of that sort of build in Thailand. But here,
Yeah,
man, you get these 6'1", broad shoulders, Adam's apple.
yeah.
My name's Marie. I'm a woman.
For real, like, yeah, it's
And
different.
even in America, it's kind of the same as well.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty scary still.
But we always have to remember about the trans in England and America. They're so much more of a minority than you think. They pretty much don't exist.
That's the
On our
thing, yeah.
day-to-day lives, how many times have, like, cool, my job is in the public sector, right?
Yeah.
On my day-to-day life, from what obviously I've never confirmed, but from just looking at people, I think I've
Mm.
seen probably like 2 trannies in my time working in the public sector, which is
Really,
nearly
yeah.
coming up to 3 years. So to
Yeah.
see only that many, give or take, in that long of a time working pretty much full time in the public sector, they don't really exist. They don't really
Loki,
exist as
and
much as the internet would have you believe.
that's the thing, innit? It's crazy. Like, if you're going off with the internet, you'd think it'd be like 20, 30% of the population's trans nowadays.
But it's
Because
not
like,
even
everyone's a
1%.
tranny,
Yeah, it's not
you
even
know?
1%.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those guys there's much less of a prominent community than the internet would have you believe. But
Mm.
like in Thailand, there's probably a lot more. But like we said, they'll tell you that they're a ladyboy. They know that they're men who are trying to be women. But the trannies over here and in America, first of all, because people think that being trannies are right, they tell them, yeah, you're a woman, so then they get that confidence.
Yeah.
But also, they're just a bit weirder how they'll all try and just tell you, no, I'm a woman. Well, even though, fucking built like Francis and Garney.
Bro, it's doing way too much, innit?
Doing the most. And it's not like you can put in a certain amount of effort. Like, if you've had all the surgeries and, like, you got some mad implants and all this, like, I can respect your effort in it to actually try and be
Yeah.
a woman. Like, you've actually done your absolute most to try and be a woman in it. So I can, like,
For real.
respect the hustle. Not what you're, because being a trans is, of course, satanic. Not
Yeah.
that I'm religious, but still, it's very satanic.
Yeah,
But I
for
can
real.
respect the effort to try and do it. But then you have these
Yeah, hear it.
Francis Ngannou's with stubble and Adam's apples and just walking around in dresses. Like,
Yeah,
what? Ugh.
yeah, not the ones.
Like, at least some of them I can look at and be like, are you? Aren't you? If it's
Yeah, I mean,
if it's to the point where I'm like, oh, you aren't you? Then you're not just a disgusting, just behemoth. But then you get these just
that's the thing.
men, cross
Yeah,
dressers, men dressed as women.
that's the thing. Like, it almost it's weird because back in the day, like these men, they would have been called like transvestites, innit?
Yeah, they were like,
Which
they weren't even like a gender or anything. They were like, it was more of a sexual thing.
they were just, yeah, they're just men that wanted to be women, like just dressed up like
It was like
women.
you're a cross
But
dresser,
now
like yeah.
that's it, and that's weird and all these things. But that's not as bad as. But these men, they knew they were man at the end of the day. They knew they were man.
And like your guy Candy,
But
innit?
now you've got man dressing up as women. Oh, you're dark, man.
No, I saw Donny a few times back in the day.
Got to, bro. What happened to? Well, okay. So I'm assuming it was a she because she would go to the women's changing rooms at the gym. So I'm assuming it's a she. And this was, a while ago, like what, 10 years ago,
Yeah, we were like in school, innit? Yeah.
where like you weren't really going into women's changing rooms. Do you know how mad? This is how mad it's got. Where you've got like men going into women's changing rooms now because they're transgender.
Yeah, and the thing is, because like they've been told by the way like they try and make the culture now that oh it's okay to be trans, and if you're a trans woman then you're a woman. There is no trans
Yeah.
woman. You're just a woman, right? Like, but because it was like way less acceptable before to be a trans, they would just like
Yeah.
be secretive about it and go to men's toilets and all this sort of stuff. But because now like they've been told by government pretty much like yeah you're a woman, oh you're okay, like be comfortable.
Yeah.
Now they're just doing what they want willy nilly, like going into the women's toilets and all this stuff.
But what do you think was the case with Candy? Because she would go into women's changing rooms.
I mean, Candy was a man, right? I'm pretty sure Candy
Oh,
was
I
a
don't
man.
know.
Like, had like a stubble, bare muscular.
No, what would they say? Like she would go into the women's changing rooms, but she'd always cover. I mean, I guess you'd always cover up in women's changing rooms, but like she'd always like be wearing like shorts or something.
Probably just yeah ahead of her time, innit?
Just well, she's tucking her piece, innit?
Just generational transvestite.
Facts. Do you think she's doing what Connor's doing, putting weight on her piece, innit?
And I probably had a heart attack off the roids by now.
For real. Nah, Chell did say he can't stop staring at it though.
Yeah, Connor's hammer, innit?
Nah, Chell, how can Chell be a grown ass man looking into a camera, straight face, saying I can't stop staring at man's cock?
Be honest, like the only reason I saw it is because I went on Twitter, innit? And I felt violated, to be honest. I did have to have like a double take though when I saw the weight hanging off it. I was like, is that a fucking weight? Like that's fucking strange.
Yeah.
But no, like Chell's fucked for that one. I said for the last 2 hours, nah. Chell lost his mind still.
Imagine getting done like that though from who was it? Azalea Banks?
Azalea Banks of all people. Of all people.
It's mad. But if what we're hearing is true and like apparently they're both sending each other these sorts of images, why doesn't he drop something off hers?
That's the thing, right? I mean, I'm
all
starting
bets
to
are off
think.
at this point.
I'm starting to think that it was maybe he like wanted them to get leaked.
That's the thing. You got to think like you're Conor McGregor. You're this famous guy.
Because man's
doing
reaction
shit like
as well,
that.
like he's retweeting guys that are tweeting about the pictures.
He don't give a fuck, does
Like
he?
guys are like, I saw MMA Guru's video. Guys like, yeah, his dick is huge and this and that, and he's just retweeting it.
Yeah.
Like this dude is like, I don't know, maybe like he made a deal with Azalea Banks. Like you drop this picture, you get a bit more attention on your name, because maybe she doesn't get the attention like she used to. You drop these pictures, you get the attention on your name, you get the Twitter interactions, and I get a bit more relevance.
Nah, but this isn't the way to get relevant.
No.
There's got to be better ways.
There's definitely better ways, but
Like the announcer coming back for a fight. That will get you relevant.
I feel like most men get leaked, and it's like this huge crazy thing. But I feel like because Connor hasn't really taken it that seriously, it kind of becomes not serious.
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
before man got leaked, for like, yeah, he's a coked out fuckhead, and after he got leaked,
Yeah.
he's still a coked out fuckhead.
Yeah, like I
Like,
said, look at
nothing's
the
really
moon,
changed.
innit?
Yeah. What was it? Look at the
It's the
low
low level.
level. Look at the low level. Look at the moon. Look at the low level. The bleeding moon. Like,
Low level. What the fuck is he talking about?
no, Connor's fucked.
Got to.
Man's never fighting again. I accepted that.
No, you know that was bait. That got
When I
accepted
saw
a
him,
long time
like,
ago. He's not.
man was in fight camp to fight Chandler, and he was sniffing the proper 12 and started bugging out. Like, I was
He
like,
loves it,
this
man.
dude ain't fighting.
Nah, no chance.
I was in. He was like, yeah, I'm in fight camp. I could just have a sniff, and he just eyes start rolling in the back of his head.
Yeah. He's absolutely geeked daily.
Oh, geeks on a regular basis, every day, cheating on his wife. Yeah, man.
But the thing is, though, he's living the way. I mean, maybe not specifically. But like, if I got that rich, I'd be doing that sort of shit. I wouldn't be doing coke. Like,
But what if you had a
they
family
did
though?
what? I wouldn't be doing
Like, would
coke
you be living how we?
regardless.
Like, would you be in the same? Like, would you be living the way you wanted to live if you was that rich? If you had a family?
Probably.
Like, he's got like 3, 4 kids and a wife.
Yeah, but he got that much bread, bro. What have you really got? It's alright. It's alright. Like there are men that get rich and then they're like, oh, I gotta go even harder now. No, I mean you got rich. You're rich now. You don't need to keep working.
That's the same. When guys are really out here saying money don't bring happiness, I'm like, you lying ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
You just don't want people to be motivated to be rich. You
Well,
just want to keep it to yourself.
exactly.
Lying ass motherfucker saying
Always.
money don't bring happiness. You think when I got my like 1 bag tax rebate, I wasn't gassed? I was gassed.
Yeah, facts.
You
Got
mad?
to
I
be,
was
bro.
gassed. Money definitely brings happiness.
Of course. The money and the freedom that having loads of money brings you will bring
Of course, and
happiness,
that
of
is
course.
it ultimately, the freedom that
Yeah,
having money brings you. Being able
of
to
course,
wake
man.
up and know that my day is just completely free. I can do whatever I want and I have no obligations to no one. But obviously, you know, you said those guys who would say, "Oh yeah, now you got money, you need to go even harder." I feel like that's like these like the KSIs and that. Like these guys have been super rich for years and they keep going ham with all the brands and all this sort of stuff. So I personally couldn't do that because so much of these guys' time is dedicated towards their businesses and their brands. And
Exactly. Like, yeah. You got
so
a the whole
it's like they
point of
got
getting
rich and
rich.
suddenly they had less freedom.
Exactly, and that's what happens to a lot of man. Actually, that's what happens to most man. From from what you see online and stuff. That's what happens to most man.
Yeah, you get rich and then you sort of get boxed into shit and you agents
Yeah,
and producers and this and that and adverts
yeah,
and brand deals and yeah, it's almost you get rich and famous and then you have less freedom. And famous
yeah,
kind of potentially makes sense because
yeah.
like if for example like Anthony Joshua can't just walk into a Weatherspoons and sit down and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna
No,
have food. Like he'll get rushed.
it's true. Yeah,
But at the same
but
time, if you're that
yeah,
rich, you don't need to go to no fucking Weatherspoons. You just chill
that's
in
what
your
I'm saying. But
mansion, have your
that's what I'm
chefs
saying,
cook up
G.
your munch. You know what
Literally,
I'm
bro.
saying?
You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying, bro.
Just DM some Instagram bad bitch to come round.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Fly her out and then be like, yeah, I'm not flying you back.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the
And then
type of
if
shit I'd
she's
do.
yeah, and then if she says she's gonna make up some allegations about you, then say, well, let's make it true, and then you beat her up.
I'd just be like, nah, I got hidden cameras all over the house. Could just say
Then
there,
she'll do
I've
you
got.
for that, innit? Like you're spying on her. There's no getting out of it. So then
No,
that's
but
what's like, it's like, oh,
I'd have her sign a contract when she comes in the yard, yeah. But obviously she ain't gonna
oh,
read it, so I just say I
but
own
these
her soul
chicks,
now, innit?
facts. But these chicks, they'll sign these contracts and then still try and do and pull a madness.
And that'll be jokes because like you could have some mad shit written into the contract.
Of course, yeah, bro. Yeah, like like these contracts that like these child TV stars would sign with like Disney and like Nickelodeon, and they'll be
Yeah.
like, "We own your rights in perpetuity across the universe," shit like
Now,
that.
what does
Just
that
write
even
stuff like
mean?
that. Exactly, like
They're just covering all bases.
in fact, that's what you got to do, innit? Like cover all bases, minimize
Yeah, because they're
risk.
like, oh, what if we go to another planet and then this contract isn't in anymore? Like, no, we just have to say for the in perpetuity in the entirety of the universe. Like, the Jew definitely wrote that.
Of course, bro. Jew lawyer, Epstein's
Jew
lawyer,
definitely
innit?
wrote that.
Oh.
Epstein himself, maybe.
Yeah, maybe he's a lawyer too.
No,
But
but low
man's got
key
no
though.
qualifications. Yeah, go on.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense though. He's a made up guy.
Yeah.
But no, like
It's mad.
you know when
Yeah.
they ask that question, like if you could bring back anyone from the dead and have a conversation with them, low key Epstein is probably at the top of that list
Low
for me.
key, bro.
If I could bring back
Low
anyone from
key.
the dead, obviously man could lie to me, but still, still,
Yeah. The thing is, you'd have to like, you'd be able to like grill him.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. But like if we're like assuming like yeah, you can bring these guys back to the dead and like they're forced to
Yeah.
tell
No
you the
one knows.
truth.
Sorry.
If it was a thing where like yeah, you could bring him back from the dead and he's forced to tell you the
Yeah.
truth, man,
Yeah.
might end up packing myself after that conversation.
Hey man. Maybe that's what he wants.
Maybe it is what he wants. He just tells me like Rey Mysterio was on their flight logs and I just kill myself.
Bro.
I was like, no,
Nah,
that's
you
it,
never
man.
know.
If Rey
Yeah,
Mysterio was on the
facts.
flight logs, that's it.
Yeah. There's nothing worth living for anymore,
There's
is it?
nothing worth living for. Nah.
But the thing with Epstein is like there's no like he got like no qualifications, but like he was running. Like, what was he doing? He was like offering like financial advice to like these billionaires, but he had no qualifications in like accountancy or finance or anything. No record of like going to like college or getting degrees or anything. Uh, but like early on in his career, he was working at these high up roles with no qualifications, no experience, but he had these connections to these high up people that were like mysteriously linked with the U.S. government in some ways,
And his
and then
connections are
eventually,
the only explanation to all of this. And then that begs the question: where did these connections come from? And you know,
exactly,
that's where it all leads to, really, doesn't it?
yeah, he's just a made up person, just a ghost in the system, isn't it?
Just a made up person. Literally, just dude is not even a real person. Wasn't
No,
even a real person.
he was the fool man. At the end of the day,
That's what he was set up for, literally.
yeah,
But if man was a spy, kind of flips everything on its head.
it does. I mean, we're even seeing now, like you see those clips of guys saying, like worked for like the FBI and stuff. Like Israeli operatives were trying to like leave like listening devices in the offices and stuff.
No,
It's
that's
all mad, bro.
wild. That is wild. And then they say that 100% of the time there was a listening device in there.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
It's every single time they gave him a gift, there was a listening device in there. Without fail, every time.
Well, honestly, it's kind of crazy. Like you hear all the stuff, you're almost like, how have the US not gone to war with Israel? Like these are acts of war.
So why would the US go to war with themselves?
Exactly, and there you go. And there we are. Now we know who's really running America now, isn't it?
There you go. That's really that's a question that doesn't need answering.
Yeah,
Now, why would the USA go to war with themselves?
yeah. So we're gonna
Yeah.
have Epstein, Netanyahu,
The
all on
video
the
just
thumbnail, isn't it?
like like it just says I failed to render, and then the video just deletes itself.
Bro, and like smoke starts coming out of my PC.
You just type in Netanyahu and Epstein,
Yeah.
and just smoke starts coming out.
Jesus.
No, at that point, I would just dedicate my life to eradicating them. If they remotely destroyed my PC, I'm trying to make a video about them.
Facts. You just go about procuring a Glock in it and then screw on the silencer.
Yeah, you have to hold it sideways as well.
Got to. Then in your room, you get like one of them boards that like, they've got like in The Sopranos, the feds have got, and you're like, who these people are in the
Yeah,
operation.
the
And you're just
trees
crossing them
there.
out as you're killing them, innit?
Yeah, facts.
You're slowly just killing like everyone in the Israeli government, everyone that's connected with Epstein.
And I have the prime minister's face, pictures of his face on a dartboard, innit? Just,
Oh
nah,
man,
I'm joking, of course. Though I wouldn't do that.
no, of course not. No. Who would?
Nah, not me, not you,
Nah,
not Seth
definitely
and
not.
Evan Stoner.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Nah, we're playing over exaggerated, fictionalized characters of the disgruntled working class man in the UK.
Oh, we live in the gimmick.
Of course, you have to.
Got to, man.
No,
Like
we got working class jobs and started violating ourselves just to really get deep into the character, innit?
got to, man. Like Jay Lethal said to Ric Flair, jumping on's a lot harder than jumping off.
Yeah, facts. Nah, facts. Nah, that is actually facts. Woo! Yeah,
That's my
woo
line,
for
isn't
that
it?
one. Yeah, that's my line. But
Nah,
that
they
don't
got
be
to put
sad
more
because they
respect on
tore
Jay
old Space
Lethal's.
Mountain down.
Yeah, facts. They
Nah,
got to
what
put
was it?
more
You said
respect on Jay Lethal's.
he was he was starting the kickoff show for what was it?
Ring of Honor's card, bro. It wasn't even
Oh
kicking off
my
for
god, it's
AEW's
not even
card.
like AEW Ring
Yeah,
of Honor, which is just what is that?
rubbed
Basically like
now.
main event for AEW.
Basically, bro, like these men, what they do is they'll say like, oh, we're running a Ring of Honor like TV tape, and they'll slap like 30 matches on it. All guys you've either never heard of or haven't been on TV or relevant in like a year or more than a year actually. Like their biggest names are like guys from Mexico and like who else, bro? Like I don't even know. Well, Goldust just won TNT Championship, but he's like a tag team champion in Ring of Honor. I think he's a tag team and trios champion in Ring of Honor. Goldust. That's your
Bloody hell.
dog, though.
Yeah, what is he? He just won his first singles title in like 25 years or something.
I think like since we've been born, isn't it?
Jesus.
Absolutely diabolical, isn't it?
And yeah, to be fair, like he has really he might be no, he's not a bad wrestler, of course, not a bad wrestler, but he's always been a gimmick.
Yeah.
He's always been a gimmick. Is he still even? No, he's not even allowed to be called Gold Dust, is he?
No, it just goes by his name, Dustin Rhodes.
Fucking hell. But he's still wearing all mad face paint and that, innit?
Yeah, got to.
Strange guy, man.
Yeah, and I mean, I think he's been wrestling for like. I think he's like the only person to wrestling at 5 decades.
Or 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s.
Yeah.
Man, we started in the 80s. That's crazy. Must
Yep.
be like, must be pushing 60.
Yeah. He's like late 50s. Yeah, he must be. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I'm saying that's your
Dustin
dog, bro.
Rhodes. He's 56.
Absolutely diabolical, isn't it?
Jesus. Well, I guess with TRT and all that, you know.
I don't know.
56 is
Yeah, I
the
mean,
new
yeah, of
46.
course. And obviously, if you're wrestling a style, and like he is wrestling like a certain style, like he's not wrestling.
He's always
like,
been more of like a crowd worker type. He's not like an actual go
Yes.
out there and put on a mad match. Like he's never even been that type of performer.
But he's not like wrestling like the same way. I don't even know. He's not wrestling the same way guys like the Young Bucks wrestle, where it's like bare flips and stuff.
And bare high
the Young
paced
Bucks-
as well, and like the way he
Yeah.
wrestles is not that physically straining, really.
No.
Probably the worst
Which
stuff he's
is-
doing is taking bumps.
Yeah. And he's not taking crazy bumps. He's not getting dropped on his head. He's not getting like thrown off ladders or nothing. But just got to live the gimmick instead, innit?
Yeah, no, but AEW have so many championships. Yeah, no, I'm not surprised they chucked him one.
Yeah, got to. They got way too many.
I'm seeing flipping Sasha Banks. Yes, I will still call her Sasha Banks because that's who she is.
Of course, bro.
Walking around with like 10 titles. Like, what is even going on
Yeah.
at this point?
Bro, that's it. They're just doing way too much. I mean, to be fair, a lot of those belts, they're not even AEW belts. Some of them were like
What are
New
they like?
Japan women's belts and stuff.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised she actually lost to Tony Storm because doesn't she have creative control? Sasha Banks.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure I read
Probably.
somewhere she has creative control. When she signed a contract, she had some sort of creative control.
You see, that doesn't work for me, brother, innit?
Facts. No, but that was her first loss in AEW, isn't it, to Tony Storm?
Yeah. And it's at, AEW's biggest event. So even if
Biggest
she did
event.
have creative control, she might have been like, yeah, this one makes sense for me to lose.
Yeah, of
Like, just because
course.
you've got creative control doesn't mean like you're going to be like, well, I'm never going to lose. Like, sometimes
Even
it
though
calls for it in a
it
story.
technically could mean that.
It could. It definitely
But
could.
then she might just not get booked.
Yeah.
But no, it definitely makes sense for us to use the Tonys. Tony Storm is their biggest star. Men and out of the men and the women, I think she's their biggest star.
She's like the best women promo. Like,
Because she's the
I
only
can
one. Even
remember.
like none of the men I can really take that serious. Like even like Kenny Omega, I don't take that seriously. Will
Yeah,
Ospreay
yeah,
cringes me out.
yeah.
Like
I'm the
who
same.
else in AEW is like the big stars? The Young Bucks.
Hangman.
Like, oh, Hangman. I don't really know too much about Hangman to be honest. I can't say nothing
Yeah,
about Hangman's thing. I don't know too. I know he's a big star over there, but
yeah,
I don't know too much about him. He's quite young as well, isn't he? He's like a couple years older than us.
yeah, yeah. Been around for time. Bro, I remember watching this guy when he was like on like pre-shows of Ring of Honor.
Bloody
That's
hell.
how long I remember watching this guy. Um, and that was around the time I probably stopped watching wrestling. He was on like Ring of Honor pre-shows and like on the come up. Um, but nah, I mean Loki. People are saying like he's AEW's like main character. He kind of is in some ways because when AEW started, of course, he's boys with Kenny Omega, Cody, the Young Bucks, and he said on like, the initial AEW like press conference that he wants to become world champion. He sort of eventually becomes world champion. He loses it, and then goes this like redemption sort of thing. Beefs with Swerve Strickland, burns down his yard, and then beats him, and then fights Moxley and becomes champion again.
Okay. Oh, Moxley. That's another one of their big stars.
Yeah, I mean Moxley, bro. Bro, this run of Moxley being the champion, like, it's hard.
Now you should rate it though,
Why should I rate it?
because he
I
just has these
do.
hardcore matches, isn't it?
Well, he doesn't. He doesn't
He's just
always. If he
smacking
always
himself
did,
up with like a barbed wire and that.
yeah, if he was doing that like every week, then of course.
Nah, you can't. You can't
He
do that
doesn't
every week. Though.
Nah, no, but like that match he
No, but
had
that's his
with Hangman, I
specialty.
loved that. Yeah, exactly. That match he had with Hangman, I loved that. G. Them
What
man
was
was
that? All
stabbing each
in?
other with forks. Yeah, bro, have you seen that match,
No, I haven't.
bro? Even if you just watch the highlights, bro, it's not. I couldn't. Me, the style of wrestling that I like that shit. I like that shit. I couldn't take my eyes off the screen, bro.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like, I feel like it's kind of recently this has happened, but I did used to be like, I liked the sort of longer term storytelling within matches, but now
Yeah.
that I'm kind of like seeing through the cliches of wrestling. I am more liking this short attention span type of wrestling that AEW do, because in terms of the long
It,
term storytelling, AEW don't care about that, and WWE
you
is
say
shit.
that. We say that, but this main event, this fight against Moxley and Hangman, it did actually have. It was the culmination of bare long-term stories.
Yeah, not that
Like
I
it
would
was
know.
no, that's that's the thing, innit? Like so you had Swerve Strickland who came and helped Hangman, who that man had been beefing for time, but they've got a mutual enemy in the Death Riders, which is Moxley's group.
Okay, yeah.
Because what Moxley's basically been holding the world title hostage, right? Because he
Yes.
doesn't even bring the world title out with him anymore.
Yeah,
He
that's
has it in a
nuts.
briefcase, G. You don't even see the what. You don't even see the world title on TV no more, which is why I kind of didn't break the storyline in it. And he had a lot of shit matches as well, Moxley. Like the match against like the pay-per-view matches he had a good match against Swerve. He had a dead match against Edge. He had another one as well. I can't remember who that was against.
Oh, that match against Edge was horrible, man. I remember that.
Yeah,
The ending was absolutely fucking horrible as well.
yeah.
Because
And he had
what was
another
it?
one.
Christian came to cash in his Money in the Bank or whatever,
Yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah.
just lost to Moxley
Yeah.
because they didn't want Edge to take a pin.
It's mad. But then you've just wasted that cash in.
That
Christian
wasted
would
that
have
whole
been.
that cashing has simply been used to protect Edge, which is mad.
Yeah. And Edge went off after that. Yeah. But that's the sort of thing that like really sort of made the Death Rider storyline to a lot of people kind of shit because it was going on for so long. Like we were getting bad pay-per-view matches. No, we weren't even seeing the world title on TV no more. And that's why when Hangman won it, he opened the briefcase. It still had Daniel Bryan's side plates on it. Which, to me, if you're noticing, that's that cold long-term storytelling, if in my opinion, right? Like
Now, that's not bad.
Since Moxley won it, he's had it in a briefcase the entire time. Man's not taking it out. He's
Not
not
been
changed
taking it
nothing.
out.
Of course, you had Daniel Bryan. He even returned in that match.
Yeah, man, Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
It's mad that
Came out.
I forget that these guys even are in AEW. Like they got Cesaro as well. Aren't they all in
Yeah.
a
Well,
group?
Daniel Bryan's retired now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, because you know, at the last what event was it? Was it last year's All In? They it wasn't last year's All In. Might have been All Out or something. Last year when Moxley won the belt from Daniel Bryan, and he put the plastic bag over his head, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was cold, bro. Yeah, just again, it's the sort of shit that I rate stuff like that. I see that, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? You're about to kill my man. That's what I want to see. Bro. I want to see people dead, bro.
But that's what I said. These sort of AEW matches are becoming a bit more appealing to me because, like, I guess what my original point was that these sort of big matches in WWE, the matches themselves aren't like anything crazy or special, but it's supposed to be the storytelling that is holding up the match. But now that's not really much of the case in WWE. You come into AEW and these matches, I feel like a lot of the matches on their own hold up more with or without storytelling. And that's kind of why AEW is becoming more and more appealing to me. And if they can really sort their shit out, sort their roster out, is one of the first things they need to do is sort their roster out because they have so many guys that they don't use.
Yeah.
Sort the roster out, and then get more solid, and they can make a push. I'll be honest, because I think a lot of people are getting sort of fed up with WWE.
They're definitely picking up momentum. And again, this last show they had was a really good show. So like I said, that they're picking up momentum, and because they fell off really hard. I want to say, what year was it? When did I?
Have you when CM Punk left?
Yeah, facts. When Punk left, I stopped watching, and that was actually pretty much the case for AEW. Like after Punk left, their ratings dropped off like quite a bit. That would have been like end of 23.
Sort of, after that, they're relying on the guys who aren't just big WWE names to carry their ratings and their buys.
Yeah.
They're sort of relying on their own stars after that.
Yeah. And it's sort of taken them a year to recover from that because only, like I said, only now they're starting to pick up momentum again and recover from that. But they're doing their thing, low-key AEW. If they can just keep building on it, that's it. That's all they got to do now. Just keep building on this. You've got Hangman as the champion now. MJF just won the Gauntlet Battle Royal, so he'll be next in line for the world title shot, which makes a lot of sense. Because they'll have a great match, Hangman and MJF. Then Darby Allin's just come back. Now Darby Allin will definitely feud with John Moxley and Death Riders. That makes sense because that's how that storyline sort of started out, where Moxley was like, he doesn't even want to be world champion, but no one in AEW is stepping up. So he's going to be the world champion. That was how it started, right? And it started off with him sort of feuding with Darby Allin. Then Darby Allin, he's a nutcase, man, decided to climb Mount Everest. So he just took bare time off wrestling, climbed Mount Everest, and now he's back.
It seems like he's one of those fucked personalities, though. Like, man will just... see you later. I'm going to climb Mount Everest.
For real. That's literally
I feel like a guy like him, he's going to have these sort of breaks as well. Like, even if he's not doing something like climb Mount Everest, he's probably going to fucking break his neck jumping off a fifth floor balcony.
How he hasn't already, I don't know. But yeah.
Now, some of the bumps, I mean, it's not even like one or two crazy things that he's done. Like, it's like a 5-minute compilation, 5 to 10 minute compilation of crazy fucking bumps that could have killed, any of them could have killed him. You land the wrong way.
It's nuts, bro.
I mean, AEW definitely does push the ticket with a lot of stuff, and I can respect it because WWE feels like they like to stay in their template, you know.
Yeah.
They have they have their one of 4 or 5 match endings that they'll pick from. They'll have their one of 5 big guys who they'll have win a title,
Yeah.
and the big names, and then they'll have like, because obviously a lot of the WWE fans as well, they're quite like, I don't like to use these wrestling terms, but like they're marks in it. Like they love
Yeah.
WWE just because it's WWE.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't even be open to seeing if AEW is good or not. But you have the same thing for AEW, but
Yeah,
for like
it's true.
WWE have boxed themselves into this template, and they're just gonna keep doing it. Whereas AEW, they do a lot of different shit. Have a lot of
Yes.
different types of matches, a lot of different types of storylines. They got a lot of different type of personalities on there as well.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
And you got
definitely.
some really unique characters and gimmicks. Like Tony Storm is probably one of the most unique characters in wrestling right now.
Definitely. Yeah, no one like her.
No, and for me, if she joined WWE, she'd just get ruined.
Yeah, low
The
key.
way they're using her right now, like there's not a lot of female wrestlers that can make me want to follow them along, but she's one of them.
Definitely,
Promo
man.
work is crazy for them. Obviously, the
Yeah,
matches are matches, right? You're gonna have good
yeah,
matches. You're gonna have bad matches. Matches are
yeah, of
matches, but
course.
when she's cutting promos, you're like, wow, like that was crazy, and
Yeah.
that was off the dome as well.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Like when she was like just reading off like the list of names at the press conference, and she was like, I can't remember whose name she said. She was like, I know it was you in that bathroom stall. That's just funny.
Yeah, Tony Schiavone, innit? Yeah.
That's just funny because she's not saying anything bait. Like she's letting you sort of figure out what she's referencing or what she's meaning.
Yeah,
Like
facts.
it just makes you think like fucking hell. So I know it was you in that bathroom stall, you know.
That's a bar.
And it helps that she's got some thick thighs as well.
Of course, bro.
Because if she was just some butt sket like then it wouldn't be alright, innit?
Oh, facts.
Like if she was like I don't know, who's a typical ugly female wrestler? None of them are that ugly, to be honest.
Uh,
None of them are
I
actually
don't
that
even
ugly,
know.
thinking about it.
I don't even know.
But I guess like Charlotte these days, right? Charlotte is disgusting.
Yeah.
Like a thing like Charlotte, like I will automatically have less ratings for her because she looks disgusting.
Yeah, I hear it, yeah.
But like a Tony Storm, like not only is she a cold character, but like she's great on her as well. But if it was like a Charlotte doing exactly what Tony Storm's doing, yeah, I wouldn't rate her. I wouldn't rate her. As sad as it
No,
is,
you wouldn't still.
I wouldn't rate her as
No,
much.
you wouldn't. I hear it. I do hear it.
But no, she's gotta be she's gotta be like their biggest star right now, surely.
Tony Storm, yeah.
No man, yeah, like you said, if AEW can keep this momentum, they can do something. They just need to sort a few things out.
That's it, man. That's it. Yeah, who goes on this thumbnail then? Epstein,
No,
Netanyahu.
Epstein definitely. Epstein, Poirier.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do Poirier for his retirement fight.
Yeah.
Epstein, Poirier, and
Pacquiao,
who?
Usyk.
Yeah, Pacquiao. Yeah, either one. Yeah, Pacquiao could be Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those boxing guys. You know, yeah, either one of them because they're fighting this weekend, isn't it? So
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
yeah, either one of them is calm.
But yeah, nice. This was a nice episode. Still, man, this is where the pod's going now. It's not just UFC and boxing breakdowns, or not just wrestling breakdowns. In it, we get into it. You know, talk about Cat in the Hat, talk about Epstein. You know, you name it, we'll talk about it, man.
Well, for real, we talk about. It's not even necessarily talking about stuff that is like relevant and going on. Even though they
No.
actually did kind of recently release an animated Cat in the Hat film, so that was semi relevant. But yeah,
Oh, is it?
we'll just remember things. I think that's why I
Yeah.
brought it up, but I'm not sure. I don't think I actually brought it up during
No,
that
no,
pod.
yeah,
But
yeah.
that's probably why I was like had it on my mind. But
Is it like the live action film?
nah, it seems way more gay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
When a man say I'd sit on babies for free.
yeah. So you pay this woman to sit on babies, I'll do it for free.
Oh, facts. That's the sort of thing that I'd find funny as a kid and find funny now as well.
It's just it's just funny the way man said it.
Yeah. But even like the way that film's shot as well, like some of the scenes in that film, it is, it is weird.
It's just
I
strange. Like it's
can't.
kind of just a lot of it
Yeah,
is strange for the sake of strange, and even like a lot of the line
definitely. Yeah,
delivery, you're like, what does man really mean by that?
facts. What do you mean by that? That is the real question.
What does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
Facts.
R.I.P. Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and the rest of his passengers, isn't it?
Facts. They're all
Shout out
gone.
all subs and donors.
Got to. Next thing we'll be hearing that Kobe Bryant was a spy for the Israeli government as well.
At that point, I am a spy for the Israeli
Yeah,
government.
facts. You can't trust anyone at that point, innit?
Can't even trust myself.
Yeah, facts.
No, I
I
rate that
imagine you
though.
were a
I don't
spy
rate
and
it, but
they didn't even know about it. Like, it would
isn't
be
it?
like they like hack your computer and like they're just using your info. Like you don't even know you're a
You're
spy
just
for
the
them.
Winter Soldier, like you're just Bucky Barnes.
Facts. And they just read out like some Jew prayer to you and you just turn into like super soldier.
You
Just
just
put on the
start
little hat
bugging
and
out.
start killing people. Like killing all the Muslims in the area.
Just start assassinating guys.
Got to.
Oh, someone should do that though. But not.
Facts.
Maybe it will be me.
If not you, then who, innit? Oh man. But no, that's a good episode. How long are we going for? Over 2 hours? Two and a bit hours?
Feels like it was around. It was around, yeah, around 8 o'clock, right? We started, and
Yeah.
now it's pretty much 10. Yeah, man, we
Yeah,
out
no,
here.
yeah.
Covered some
That was
nice different subjects: MMA,
for
boxing,
real.
fucking Epstein,
Got to,
what's
man.
going on in the UK. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
some serious topics, but also some lighter topics.
Of course, man. Episode 34. Come a long way, man.
Episode 34, man.
Diabolical, isn't it?
God damn.
Who would have thought?
I'm just thinking, like schedule wise, yeah, like we should hit episode 50 before the end of the year, innit? Yeah, definitely.
I
Right?
think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, episode 50
Right,
would be a good one.
definitely. Of course, you've got to shout out your episode, your side quest with Moroki as well. That's a must watch for the Lonely Stoner fans still.
Yeah, if you're into like
I'm a
the
fan of the
wild
pod.
stories and just the craziness and those first few episodes really contained,
Yeah,
and that one's definitely one you should go and see. I think
definitely.
because it's not really been popping off views wise because there's not really no like clear indication of what the video even is. But it's hard to
That's the thing.
like you can't
It's
really put
always
in the
going to be
title
hard.
what it's actually about.
No, exactly. It's hard.
So you kind of
Um,
just it kind of has to be the way it is.
yeah, and it's kind of the same for some of the podcast episodes as well.
Yeah,
Um,
like, there's not
uh,
anything so necessarily specific
yeah.
that we talked about that you could put in the title or have someone be on a thumbnail or whatever. But
Whereas if I'm doing like a side quest, that's like a 5 minutes of me talking about one specific boxing fight,
you just slap him
then
on the thumb and that's it.
yeah, and it's easier to sort of identify it. If you're like just someone who doesn't know
Of course,
the
if you're
sort of
like
things we
looking
make.
for a video to watch and I don't know because a lot of it might be like someone might search up Shakur Stevenson and then a video of yours comes up and then they watch it
Exactly.
and then
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
They're not looking at anything else on the channel. Or you could have
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
guy who's
Yeah.
looking on the channel, knows what he wants to watch about, sees a 5 minute video about Shakur Stevenson and goes, "Yeah, I could watch a little quick breakdown of this fight or what his
Yeah.
next fight should be or whatever."
Now, if we reckon episode 50 before the end of the year, how many side quests would I have done by then? I don't even want to know.
What are you at
I don't
now?
even want to. 251.
You should be at 400.
Christ, could you imagine? I mean, there's days when I'm recording like 4 or 5 in a day. But the thing is that sounds like a lot, but that's like me talking for like 15, 20
Yeah,
minutes.
because I put like a 5 minute one, a 5 minute one, an 8 minute one, a
Yeah.
12 minute one. You know, it's like you're not actually talking for that long.
Nah. I mean, for me, it's kind of hard to talk about stuff for that long. If I'm talking about a fight, I've got in my head what I want to say, what I need to say about this fight. And once I've said it, it takes me a couple minutes to say that, and I'm sort of like,
That's it.
okay, yeah. I mean, a lot
I
of them
feel
are
like I
like
can
4 or 5
definitely
minutes
waffle
long.
on. I can definitely yap because I will like know what I want to say. Then while I'm saying something,
Yeah,
it will like something else will pop into my head, and I'll go
yeah.
into that. And that's why I can get better
I hear you.
sidetracked sometimes. But I can be a bit of a yapper.
I guess like that, man. Guess like that.
But no, it's not bad having those sort of shorter videos though, because it's a little 5 minute video about this or a little 8 minute video about that.
Yeah, and
It's
you know,
sort of it.
occasionally,
You clearly know what the
every now and
video is
again,
about.
yeah, and every now and again they do some decent numbers, like the Usyk one.
Definitely.
That's on like 285 views. That's mad.
Yeah, banging off, banging off, man.
And there's one. There was like a preview for Belanga v Shiraz. That's like 214 views now.
Yeah, you can see our cap is increasing, isn't it? We used to have a cap for views, and on the
Yeah,
shorts as well, and that cap keeps going up and up.
yeah. Thing is, I've been lacking on the shorts. Like, I've been trying to focus more on the side quests because long term, I think that's where we
No,
need
yeah,
to
because if
where we're gonna
you're, I
be.
think like if you're uploading more shorts than videos, then it kind of like box you into where that's just what's being pushed out. But
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
like
So
it's
I'd
just the
rather
shorts that
be.
would get views. Like obviously, yeah,
Yeah.
ideally, like the shorts should, yeah, you should obviously at our stage, it's not bad to have bears because that's what will get pushed out. But I mean, like I said before, you don't want to get us boxed into just being a shorts channel.
No.
So it does make sense at the same time.
Yeah. But no, we got vids up until 31st of July. So I guess
Okay,
dropping.
end of the month.
Oh, just. But just talk about. I talk about literally anything, bro. You'll see me. It's nuts. I got
Yeah,
Elon Musk in
you can
these
go on the
thumbnails.
channel. You see a video about Manny Pacquiao, and then the video before that is about some crazy investment banker gone wrong or something. You know,
For
like
real.
you can really see anything on the channel.
Nice facts.
That's probably why
Facts.
a lot of our views probably do come from like someone just searching something up and then trying to find a
Definitely.
video on it.
No, definitely. Um, the video about like the one where I did the Google presentation about the light heavyweight division. That one's done okay. That's like 100 views now. And that was
Yeah,
the first style of that video that I made before. You know, all my other vids they're like just gameplay and me talking, but this one was like an actual presentation where
there was an actual something to watch.
yeah.
Nah, that's cold though.
I got another one for who should be Derek Chisora's last opponent for his retirement fight. Got one of them coming up as well. Yeah, bro. I mean, that's the dream, bro. One day, just get monetized and then get paid for doing something that I do for free and just talk about fights and Epstein and Israel
Let's talk
government.
about fights and Epstein.
Yeah, facts.
No, I got to though. Got to.
Not to, man.
I know we're nearly
Just rename
150 subscribers as well. So
facts, bro. We're climbing slowly but surely. Just rename the channel 5 Rounds with Epstein, innit? Talk about fights and talk about Epstein, innit?
that'll be a cold channel name.
No, they don't let me use that though. Because I remember when I was playing EAFC and I wanted to make my player for pro clubs. I wanted to make his name Epstein's Pilot. They didn't let me do that still.
But they don't let you. Oh, they don't let you use the name Epstein.
No, I tried.
Oh, that's not. What if your name's actually Epstein? You're
Facts.
just
Well, it's a
cooked.
made up name for a made up person, so no one can
Well, there
surely
you go.
name that, innit?
There you go, innit? It's a made up name for a made up person.
Facts.
Nice. It's been a
No,
nice little episode, though.
no, we did get to the bottom of it though. That Epstein's secretly a thing for Israel government.
Yeah, we know
That's
like
what.
there's reasons why these people don't want this shit to come out because it would
But
just
no, I
ruin
only
it
got
for
like
them.
halfway into that podcast with my man, the flagrant. Because the flagrant one is Andrew Schultz podcast, isn't it?
Okay.
I don't rate my man too tough, but this episode in particular, because he's got a guest on who's like clearly researched this shit.
Seems quite clued up.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna have to watch that after still. But yeah, let's call it a day there. That was a good episode. I mean,
Yeah, nice
episode
episode.
34. Out here, G. Out here.
Must have gone for a decent minute there.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, another episode in the bag. Episode 34. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. That's what these YouTubers say, innit?
Yeah, like, comment,
That's the classic
subscribe,
line.
share, dislike if you want to dislike.
Yeah, if you don't rate us talking the maddest shit for 2 hours, then dislike it, innit?
Make a reaction video.
Yeah, facts. And then we'll make a reaction to your video, and then you can react to that, and then we can react to that, and you know.
Yeah, unlimited money glitch if we were getting monetized.
Facts. Yeah, facts. But yeah, cool. Let's call it a day. I've been Seth.
I've been Evan.
And we're out. Episode 34 in the bag. Cool.
Sweet.